Great. You made it. As always, I'm excited to have you. Nervous about what you're going to say, but I'm here for it. See, because Question Time was founded on a longing for us to talk to one another through open dialogue, active listening, and the sharing of opinions and facts. See, we strive to move past the texting and get back to the good old days. You know, the days where audible words were used to convey a message and talk to people. I know, it's scary, but we can do it together. Now, there are a few things that are required before we start. One, we will be respectful, considerate, and courteous. We will also know that feelings might get hurt because not everybody agrees with everybody. But when all is said and done, we will leave not in hate, but in love and understanding. Number two, you can join the live by clicking the link pinned. Note that you do need to share the join, unless it's one of those pop on, pop off type of shows. However, if you plan to be on the panel for a prolonged period of time, and you know what I mean, be kind and share the show to your page. See, this shows us that you want your people to chime in, that you support our growth, and that you are encouraging us to press on to being a brilliantly successful show. Now, if you can't do that for Question Time's expansion, we get it, we understand. But you also have to understand that you can comment in the comment section. Cry about it to your mom, okay? Now, let's get started. Raw News No Fluff presents to you Question Time with me, your host, Brandy Grant. I'll be back in 1 minute. Hello and welcome to. My mic was muted. How I'm about to sing Lottie. So today, of course, I would appreciate if you liked and shared and subscribed to the Raw News No Fluff YouTube page. Somewhere down there that says it, Raw News No Fluff YouTube page. Just support. Of course, you want people to subscribe, and I am asking you to do said thing. All right. Also, if you could share it on your Facebook page, greatly appreciate it. I'm upset my nail broke, but it broke for a good reason. Had a family day on Saturday, and it was lovely. The first topic that I wanted to talk, you know what? I guess I should give people time to get in because I like to get started. Anywho, how's your day going? Mine has been one of those days where you think you're getting a lot done, or you plan to get a lot done and you don't. One of those days. So it wasn't the most productive day, but it was kind of productive because I called someone and I found out that I was about to have to get an inspection done, and it was about to be all wrong, and I was about to fail that inspection. So I'm glad I called when I did, because the person who answered the phone was really trying to get me off the phone so that she couldn't get off work. So she gave me all the information I needed. Isn't that great? Call last minute, you get what you want. All right. I'm going to give, say, about 30 more seconds in order for some people to join in so we can talk about the opening topic, which is welcome back, repeat offenders, people who come back into your life for some reason. Got a couple of those. And I'm not going to be cocky and say it's because I'm great. I'm not going to do that.
What I do know is that they either have nobody else or they have nobody else. That's just real. All right. So we'll talk about this topic. If people join, they join and they can join the conversation. So recently I've been getting, well, actually not recently, for forever, I have been getting people that I break up with, or not I break up with, because I'm not a breaker up with people. I don't think that's nice. So I don't break up, but I do pray that they break up with me. I do. I pray that they just disappear, or they're like, you know what? I hate you, Brandy. I don't want to talk to you no more. Oh, no, don't say that. Okay, bye. So, but those same people, and I tell them, I'm like, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. Come back. Like, there's this one guy. He is just unreliable like a motherfucker, just so terribly unreliable. And I tell him, like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, go away. Like, don't talk to me. I'm not a blocker. And that's rephrase. I'm not a blocker when it comes to the phone. I will block you on social media because if I have you on social media, then that means you don't have my phone number. So you're very not important to me. So I will block you on social media. But this person, I'm like, I'm gonna have to block you, bro, because you're unreliable. I don't like how you care for me, and I just don't like I just don't like you. But he keeps coming back, and when he comes back, he's like, oh, like nothing's happened. And then when I mention, like, dude, you do realize such and such and such and such, he like he don't know what happened. So that's aggravating. So I'm trying to figure out what makes. Oh man, I cut my finger and I didn't even know it. Um, what makes someone come back? Why? And how do you get rid of them? Because I can block this person, but he can show up somewhere. Can't block him from going out and leaving his house. So, what makes someone come back as a repeat offender and be a repeat offender? And then, how do you get them to leave? That's what I'm wondering. Sorry, I was like preparing an orange because I'm hungry. I don't know the answer to that. Oh, real quick. Did y'all hear while whoever's gonna join in can join in? Did y'all hear about was okay, I don't know if y'all heard this, but Will Smith, and go back to last week. Will Smith replied to Jada's cuckoo-ness. And he was like, how the heck you didn't know we were married? You have my last name. There were no divorce papers signed. You say that we didn't do married couple things together, but weren't you at the Oscars with me? I mean, AI is a motherfucker, but I believe you were there. She said it didn't even look like I didn't believe it. It didn't look like he hit Chris. So what about afterwards when you realized he did hit Chris? Why didn't you say something then? Like for her to play victim is so crazy to me. It's crazy. And then there are people that are on her side. I haven't seen many. I haven't seen that many. But there are some people that are on her side. So I'm a little bit confused. Help me help you to understand what's going on. Now, I said all that to say I believe once Jada, once Will leaves Jada, or Jada leaves Will, or whatever she wants to call it, I don't know what the freak. Once she does that, I believe that she's going to come back begging Will. She's going to be that repeat offender. She's going to come back and she's going to beg Will to take her back. Do you think Will's going to take her back? Because I have no desire to take this dude back. There's another guy. We stopped talking because he up and disappeared. Like he ghost. He went ghost. Like ghost. And have I ever been ghosted? No, I would say that's the only time I've ever been ghosted, which is fine. Ghost. Poof. Be gone. But he like ghosted. And then, no lie, like 6 years later, he calls my phone. I say, hello. The number, I don't, the numbers, it's not saved in my phone. So He says hello. I say hello. He says hello. I know the voice. I'm like, hello? Because I care for this guy. Oh, I care for him. I care anyway. So we connect, reconnect because he says he's mature, he's changed, da, 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 back to old ways. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. The next guy, and then like he comes back. I think I more so reconnect with him because I don't know where like I don't know if I feel bad for him or if I know I care for him because I think he's a decent dude. He's good, great for somebody else, not me. But I feel like he he just I don't know if he just needs someone. Sorry, reconnect with him, but I haven't anymore. I'm done. I'm done connecting with crazy, and that is what it is. Oh, there's people. Hi. I don't know what you're eating, but I'm gonna bop you in. That lighting looks good.
Hey,
Hi.
you need a shawl to cover up your shoulders a little bit? What's wrong with you, man?
I sure do not. Give him a little idea what that thing, how that thing.
Right. That's funny.
As long as my gut not showing, we good to go. I don't know who this is. Oh, it might be just audio. It is audio. Okay. Hi, first.
Hello.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know who first is. Okay. Hi.
Who is first?
Um, you're.
Oh,
Let me tell you about my best friend.
oh,
He says that for everyone. Um,
whoa.
but I'm talking about repeat offenders. So people that get out of your life, but for some reason they come back, even though you're like, leave me alone. I'm done. Like go away. But they come back. Do you have any of those? Because I was just talking about two of them that I have so far.
I might be the repeat offender. No, when I so yeah, I know what that's like on both ends. I think I've been involved with people that for some reason you can't shake them. You seem like you can't shake them. I ain't talking. Well, heck, sometimes toxic. Anyway, I'm a little under the weather, but yeah, I know what that's like to have people that you like. You know what? I'm done with you, and you be like, don't ever call me again. And an hour later, they text you, I'm hungry, and before you know it,
You
y'all
done
like,
made a 6-course meal.
right before y'all know, and smiling about it. So that's a real thing.
Why do people come back though? Like so for example, the guy that I'm the one guys I'm talking about, he'll go away for 6 months and then out of nowhere he'll message me on Messenger, and I don't know how to block people on Messenger. He'll not Messenger, but is it Apple? What is it called? What's the thing that Apple has that Mac has? Is it
Uh,
Messenger?
a better product.
Wow. First of all, messages. Wow. First of all, calm down. That is not what it's called.
Right.
But he'll message me on Messenger and he'll be like, hey, I was just checking up on you, seeing how you're doing. And I'll say, I'm good. I'll say, how are you? I'll say none of that. What makes people come back, do you think?
Well, it depends on how deep the relationship was. It depends on
Okay.
what he likes about you. Some people are hard to replace. Sometimes low self-esteem makes you come back.
The art of the chase.
Yeah.
The what?
The art of the chase. I think guys like women who don't care, who aren't interested in them, because I think it's a game. So once she falls and she's like, oh, running behind them, and they ain't there about to become a crackhead about him. Yeah, that's when he started treating her bad.
I want you like a heroin addict about me, baby girl.
I want that crystal meth effect. No, I don't.
I want you to fall in love fast and hard. But the problem with that is, if you're a guy who likes to chase, sometimes you can, and I can be honest with me, I used to be, you can be addicted to that phase. And so once you conquer, you lose interest, and you're looking for someone else to chase. But what I have learned, somebody learned me this, it's possible to chase the same person multiple times. When they start acting like they don't care, you'll pick up and start chasing them again.
Yeah, I think that's what First was saying.
Yeah.
So your suggestion would be, if someone is having that issue, First, your suggestion would be start acting like you like them, basically.
You mean to get them to leave you alone?
Yeah.
Block them.
Oh God.
Okay, how do you block on messages?
Like Facebook Messenger?
No, on Apple the Mac Messenger.
Just block. You can block. Yeah, it did allow you to block it. Save the contact and then block it.
Now,
save the contact and then block it.
Wait a minute. Are you looking to, this poor person is watching this stream right now and they are getting ready to scream when they text you back tonight? This is unfortunate. I feel like I'm watching a live murder take place. The camera crew is following O.J. Simpson on the night of.
I don't. Oh yeah. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. I forgot I had some in the oven.
Well, I'm hosting, obviously. I think that, and I'm sure you people would agree with me, that Brandon didn't cut our camera off. But I'm sorry. I think it's extremely interesting when, like, because there's a certain level of chasing that is kid-like and friendly and fresh and fun. When do you think first it gets to the point where it's uncomfortable and you don't want it to happen anymore? Did you hear me? That was a question.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I was asking first. I said there is a flirty chasing the cat and mouse. At what point is it no longer fun?
When I'm no longer laughing at any point.
Okay.
Like before, you'd be like, okay, all right, whatever. Golly, like stop, golly. And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, great. I think that point. I don't know how to explain that point. I don't know how to like name that point.
Is it when you get someone else? Like we all have dated people like, don't call me no more, don't call me no more. But you want them to call you. No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm saying, how does a person know whether you're doing that or you really don't want them to call you?
That's a good question. Let me marinate on that. I think the way I angle and operate, I think the way I am, it's easy to figure out.
Really? So you
I think so.
So you
I
don't
might
get
get a little cutthroat when I like don't want you to bother me no more.
You don't give any mixed signals.
No. At least I try not to. You do? Do you? Do you first?
I think.
Go ahead. It wasn't me.
Right. I think that. Yeah, I think we all do. We all play that game. You say you don't, though.
I'm not saying I don't play that game. I will say that I don't think I give it to the point where it's mixed signally. It's either you better call me tomorrow, playfulness, or it's you better not call me tomorrow. And I'll lay out the reasons why I don't want you to call me.
So every time you've hung up on a dude, you said it's over, you meant it.
Every time I hung up on a dude, yes.
Wow.
I feel like because I hung up on you because you're not letting it go. Like I'd be like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. Whatever. And you still like, well, you're not giving me bye.
So a guy doesn't have an opportunity to convert you when you're
Convert
done.
me to what? I'm already a Christian.
Baby, don't go. Baby, stay. I can be better. I can fix it. We can make it. Don't leave me. I need you. I kill myself.
Bye. I don't think anybody's ever really. I can't think of anybody that ever really said, "Don't go." I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I don't know.
Would that have worked if they said don't
No,
go?
probably not. But I don't know. I'm not in that situation. What about you? You asking all these questions? Women have converted you?
Yeah.
Is it because
Yeah. I've been reborn.
right? Is it
I,
because that thing was thanging, or because you actually cared?
I think a mixture of both, but I think that thing is very,
Exactly.
very essential. A thing it would make you do some things that you said you would never do.
I bet.
Yeah, that's for real. Cause um, I think that so I did not believe in chasing women. I think it was prideful until I think I fell in love for the first time. And I want to say for the record, I had been married twice before I fell in love for real. And I didn't realize it until I fell in love because in my
Wait a
marriage,
minute. You were married. Hold on. You were married twice before you fell in love for real.
yeah, and it was
So
not
you weren't. So it
it,
wasn't your wives.
it wasn't my wives at all.
Ooh. Send me a text message.
Yeah, but I think that for me,
Mm-hmm.
I did not know um I did not know love because I had never been cheated on. I'd always been the one to leave a relationship. I enjoyed being the one to say this is over and yada yada yada. And it was probably easy for me to do those things because I wasn't really in love. But once I was really in love and I had reason to go, and I'm trying to talk myself into reasons to stay. And I realized that wasn't something that I normally did. I realized
Mm-hmm.
after you've been hurt, after you've been offended, even, and instead of looking for ways out, you're looking for ways to maintain. You know, I found out I love somebody by accident. You know, because it was like, shoot, why isn't why did I not do this? Why did I can't think of ever asking or begging someone to stay or not to go. And when they begged for me to stay, it did not affect me. But it wasn't until I fell in, like I said, it was after two marriages. When I fell in love for real, I began to understand the back and forth because there was something in me that didn't want to go when I had reason to. There was something in me that didn't want to go because they asked me not to. And there was me trying to find more reasons to stay than to go. And that was completely strange for me. I just want to say for the record that didn't end well. And now I got this ice box where my heart used.
That
I'm
was
so,
such a good song.
yeah.
It really
If
was.
you, if you think about it, that was a good song.
Amen.
He sang it on a tour.
He sings it on the tour. What
Hmm.
tour?
The B2K tour, but they had the B2K members they got off the stage and Omarion did like a mini concert. I thought that was pretty good, but I felt bad for the other three.
Right, because Omarion did a I made it and y'all didn't.
Right.
Ain't that something? That's a shame. He could
Omarion and who were those other guys?
he could
Right.
have sang the background vocals.
That would have been nice.
Right.
Dang, I was gonna ask something. Oh man. You were talking about after marriage. You know what? While I think about it, let's just do this.
while you're waiting, while you're commenting, while you're laughing at something somebody just said, please be kind and share the show to your page. Thank you for the support, and we look forward to doing more.
If you could, besides the one chick that you were in love with, anybody from your past, if you could reconnect with one of them, would you, and why?
Yes. If I could reconnect with someone from my past other than the chick that I was in love with, um, would I? I could. Yes, I would. I mean, the reason is because if I could go back and be married once, forever, one set of children from one wife, I wish that I could do that.
I did that. Don't cry.
Right. I'm coming down with a little cold. It seems like I'm crying, and maybe I am emotional because that did kind of stir up something in me. But I'm okay. We're gonna make it.
Okay. First.
Someone in my past. I don't think I would. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would. I guess I would say yes, just to avoid the everything else. But just looking back, I don't know if I would. I would have done things differently, but probably not with any of them.
My answer is unequivocally hell no.
All right.
Wow.
I would not. I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't. No.
You don't have any ex that it was a amicable split that you would try again and correct a few things?
I have an ex that was a very amicable. Who made up that word? Some jerk made up that word. It was a very agreed upon split. However, looking at him and being around him, and I hope he's not watching, I'm like, gosh, I'm glad I didn't marry that guy. Like, wow. Freaking A, man. Great guy. He is great, but he will be wonderful for somebody that is not me.
Okay. That's interesting. I wish I could ask you why you two broke up and why you feel that way, but he may be watching and that may be too raw. So.
Oh no. We just were never on the same page. Not never, but when he wanted to get married, I didn't. When I wanted to talk about marriage, he didn't. It was just a roller coaster. And we're like, you know what? Let's just not.
You would have married him at one point?
Yes, I would have. Thank you, what I didn't, Lord. Yeah.
Wow. You think if y'all would have been married, y'all would have still been together?
Yeah. Yeah.
He may need to spin the block again.
No, he don't.
If you feel like y'all would still be together,
right?
Why wouldn't you
dig that up? Sis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. That sister that asked all. That was a money question there. Hello.
Because I love him. I do.
You still love him?
Oh yeah, he's a great friend. He's a great friend.
And you think y'all would still be married? Get to that part.
We would still be married because we would have to figure it out. We would have to make it work. We get along. Sometimes I want to kill him. But we get along.
That's a part of marriage.
Right, but no, we don't need to figure out if that's the case now. That ship has sunk. It's Titanical.
Let's dig a little deeper here, unless this is the guy you blocked tonight.
It's not. I didn't block.
Okay, let's dig a little deep here.
Oh my gosh, this is not the show. Go ahead.
He made you happy?
Yeah.
Was he funny? Funny? Was he funny? Did he have a good sense?
He thought he was funny.
Do you require a sense of humor?
Yes. You know the family I grew up in. Yes.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this: financially, was he your type?
I don't want to say the time frame in which we were together, but yes, I would say during the time frame in which we were together, yes.
Okay. Okay. And you were attracted to him physically.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy him physically?
What? I'm a virgin.
Okay. Good. So good answer.
Thank you.
So even now, if all those things were true, and you think you guys had the ability to work through anything to still be married, you're saying, does he have children now?
No.
And he still doesn't have any children.
No.
Has he been married?
No.
Brother, if you're watching this tonight, go. Hey, brother, listen, brother. You know exactly who you are, brother. Go get your woman. She is waiting on you to come save her, brother. All that is cap. Let me tell you something. All that's cap. Because I know my friend, wise woman, brother, you got a home. A chair is not a chair unless your woman is sitting there. You
how it goes.
right. You brother, you got
brother.
Yeah, brother.
Brother, stand on the word.
Right.
You said what?
Be that. Yeah, you got a chance, brother.
He don't. He know it.
What? Never mind. Let's go.
Go ahead. What?
Because they moved into a friend space and it's so deep, I don't think that either one of them will come out of it.
You know the individual.
The Holy Ghost told me that.
Okay.
Stand with the word.
So right. So brother, if you're watching, brother, if you're listening,
you keep on saying brother. What? He ain't a brother.
It's so he's a Caucasian from the island of Caucasus,
the mountain of Caucasus.
Right.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so if there was one that is there an ex that reaches out, and not necessarily an ex, maybe y'all just talked for like a week and a half, and they're like, and they called you now, would you give them the opportunity if it was somebody that you've only known for a short period of time, right? And y'all hung out and everything was all good, all gravy, and they reached out to you and they were like, hey, I want us, can we just, see? What is there anyone that you can think of that you would be like, yes?
No. I had a girl reach out to me 2-3 weeks ago. And I hadn't talked to her in years. She her chip I saw her mom and her children at a restaurant. And her mom must have said something. Hey, I saw you. Whatever. So she reached out to me and we talked for like a day, text or Facebook message for like a day. And it was going good until she said something that reminded me of it was just like,
the suspense is killing me. Okay, well, he's figuring out
what's going on.
Go ahead, huh?
I don't know what's happening. I say yes to that. There's somebody that I would definitely give a chance to that I only talked to for a short period of time. Like we didn't really get to know each other. So I would say there's 2 people that I would do that with for sure.
And thinking about it, I have one.
Person. I got
I think I
2.
knew him for like, yeah, it wasn't very long. Yeah, there's one. Did you have 2? I'm jealous. But you were saying, it wasn't me.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, so to me, I think it depends on how much time has gone by and what's changed. Because I think when a girl hits you up out of the blue and it seems like there hasn't been much growth from where they were the last time you were there, to me it was a turnoff. She said something very silly, and I think it was like a click for me, like, oh, you know what? This is why this didn't work way back when. I'm good on that. And literally, she texts me, and we hadn't talked in years. She texts me that one day, and my mom said she saw yada yada yada. And when she said what she said, I was like, oh, okay, good, take care. And then like a week or two later, maybe last week or so, she texted me and was like, oh, so you don't want to talk? And I was like, no, not that. And I never responded. And so she just kind of, But I think for me, I can't think of anyone. Most of my exes get married. There's a movie about the guy who dates people.
Good
And
luck, Chuck.
that is, I am he. I am he. People leave me and go get married. Like that is the real thing. And yeah, so I don't have a lot of places that I could. A lot of my exes are either married or in long-term relationships. So there's not too many exes that I can go back to be honest with you.
It doesn't have to be an ex. It would just be somebody you talk to. But first, why would you why would you give those people another opportunity? Like what about them was like, dang, I didn't exactly get to know or whatever it is. Mm-hmm.
I would say it was just circumstantial. Like we just met at a bad time, space and time. So um,
Oh.
it couldn't really progress. And then I would say for one, distance, just being too far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just didn't allow for a good relationship. And it was kind of over before it started. I think that was just kind of a already this ain't gonna work kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man, there's this guy like he lives he I guess it would be long distance.
How
Oh,
long is considered long distance though?
what do I consider long distance?
Yeah.
Let me think. So I consider long distance. I'm gonna talk while I move. 2 seconds. I consider long distance. So it depends on the schedules.
Long distance depends on the schedules.
Yeah. So if you have a lot going on your schedule,
yeah,
if you're too busy. So long distance. Let's say 4 hours, right? That's from Orlando to
Tallahassee.
or Miami to Tampa, Miami to Orlando, Orlando, Atlanta to Savannah, like those kind of, not far. Um, but if you have like kids, you have responsible for kids, if you have a 9 to 5, that kind of stuff, then long distance, 4 hours can be long distance.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you don't have those responsibilities, if you work from home, if you have your kids every other week, or if you don't have kids at all, 4 hours isn't a long distance because you are flexible to go visit, stay for X amount of time, and then come back.
Right.
So,
yeah, I agree with that. But for me, long distance, I would say 2.5, 3 hours.
Wow. I guess.
I would even say maybe an hour.
Wow. I guess because I'm a guy and I don't have my children primarily, even though I am an active parent. I don't think too, because I maybe I've been given wrong advice. I was giving a friend who is dating somebody 2 hours away and he's busy and he can't be as available. I was thinking like, man, 2 hours ain't nothing. You like a girl, she's 2 hours away. You get in your car, you don't even need a full half a tank of gas to go 2 hours to go hang out. And nothing stopping you from driving late at night. Nothing stopping you from doing turnaround trips. Wow. I guess that's like you said, when you have children and a woman, I guess that does make it different.
Right, but 2 hours on a turnaround, that's a lot.
I think that's a lot for women because women, and it should be a lot for women. If you're a man and you're having a woman drive 2 hours to see you on a turnaround, that's stupid. But I think for a man who the right woman, you'll get there, you'll wine and dine her, and if you can't spend the night, you'll be back and forth. You'll wake up. I have been in seasons. Thank God for deliverance. Hallelujah. I just want to say that just in case anyone wants to throw a stone. Thank God
Oh,
for deliverance. I have been up at 12:01 making an hour trip one way just to spend time. Uh, just to spend time.
and that's
Yeah,
another thing. Go ahead, go ahead, Ash.
I am the Beckham. He's married to Posh, the Spice Girl.
Oh, David
They
Beckham. Yes, yes.
they he has a series. I think it's on Netflix or Hulu. I can't remember, but they talk about how he would drive hours before a game and they couldn't stand it because he's married to Posh Spice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To go see Posh
Big
Spice for 10 minutes just to spend a few minutes with her. And then he would drive back. He would drive back to the game, and his team and his coach couldn't stand it because they're like, "You need to get your head in the game." And he said just to be around her for a couple of minutes, it
Oh,
was worth it. So, and he
hello.
was driving hours at a time
Hello.
for 10 minutes.
I want one.
I want to. This is a secret to the ladies. If a man is not doing something like that, he's not into you. I don't care how busy he is. There's 20,
I New age though, it's a different mindset these days.
he's not that into you. If
I agree.
a man wants to be around his lady, he wants to see her. He's attracted to the way he wants to sniff her. He wants to smell her. He wants to hear her. If a man is not making love, a man will listen. A man
Do
will
what
stay
he has to do to get what he
all
wants.
night like a drug addict does. For the woman he's into, if a man ain't doing that, he ain't into you. And don't get me wrong, I want to be clear. As you go on in a relationship, obviously, as a man has you and feels confident that he has you secure, those things may differ. You know what I mean? But in the beginning stages, when he's trying to lock you in, a man will walk around on his hands, on nails and all kind of stuff for the woman he's into.
So I agree with that, but I also agree with the fact that it's a different age. I don't subscribe to the different age and the effect of you should still want to be you should still want to be around me. Forget, oh, that's not what men do anymore. Do it. Do it. But I don't I'm good with 4 hours. I would say 4 hours because I sometimes I want to be up under you.
Right.
And any more than that is a flight. And if I'm not getting flued out, I don't know what to tell you, my friend.
Right.
So
That's yeah. And I feel that we're about 2.5 hours. Anything over 2.5 hours, yeah, that's a flight. Because I only got the weekend. Like you said, schedule matters. I have children, so I have Friday afternoon to maybe it's Monday afternoon, maybe a Monday afternoon. As long as I'm there to pick them up from school.
right, I gotta be bike.
Right, but other than that, mm-mm.
Well, does anybody have anything else to say about the return offenders? Because if not, we're going to move into why have women become third class citizens?
Charge on.
And we finished right on time. I love it. So, upon hearing the title of "Have Women Become Third Class Citizens," what are your thoughts?
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
I would say that women we just get treated poorly. I mean, we just don't get treated as children get treated better than women.
Oh my!
Right. Can you repeat that? Because I don't think everybody heard that.
Dogs get treated better than women.
Come on.
I mean,
Whatever.
It's what it is. He coughing.
He might be.
I'm sick. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold it together for you tonight, Brandy. Um, yeah, I think that's a bit much. I think that's a stretch. I am all for to say that women get treated better than children. I don't believe that.
She didn't say that.
That's exactly what she said.
She said children get treated better than women.
Yeah, that's what I mean. To say that children get treated better than women. That's exactly what she said. Look at me, loud and wrong. To say that people treat their children better than their women. That's not my story. I know in my house, my mom would wake up and she would say, "Y'all get ready," and me and my brother would roll over. But if my daddy's feet hit the ground, we got up going. And I know my dad, a lot of times, the only time he would whoop us if she said that it was time to get whooped. And that's how I am. A lot of stuff that goes with me is okay, but how you treat your mama can get you whooped, because that's how much I honor your mama. So
right. I think that you furthered the point, because even as a child, you treated your mom as a second citizen.
first of all,
I'm just saying.
no. First of all, watch your mouth. By my mama. That's what you do. By my mama. I think that what I was saying was you perverted that. Your mama. I don't know.
I'm just listening.
My mom.
Listening.
Yeah, what I'm saying is my mom, my dad play about his wife. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Matter of fact, don't even talk about mamas with me no more, sister. From here on out, you can don't use the word mama.
I agree. Even with the whole, and I think it's become exponentially so with the whole trans male, trans woman effect. All the birthing people, you go on a bus or a train or whatever the case may be, and ain't no man getting up for even an elderly woman. You have dialogue, and men are talking over the women who haven't even finished their thought. Men are like, "Well, no, that's not the case." And you can even see it with when we had the conversation about the ask women questions. I think we are now just people that help bring people into the world, and then y'all just did your job.
Wait, when you say you can see it, you're saying on this platform you think women get treated like third class citizens?
Even on this platform.
I wish I was in a mood to argue with you, because I would say bacon strips.
Why do you have to argue? You just state your point. We don't have to argue about it. We just have a conversation.
Strips of bacon is what I say.
How you figure?
I think that anytime you disagree with a woman, you get accused of being a woman beater. It's like the angry black man.
Isn't that what you said?
You know what?
Proceed. You were saying?
I just think that to say women are you mean to tell me you think women get treated worse than black men?
I think women get treated worse than black men.
Black women do.
I was going to say, yeah.
You think that society treats a black woman.
Differently. The
So what?
answer still
See how you treating me now? See how you acting?
Let's bear in mind that if there is a room, let's say we're in a room and it's
All right.
equally split, everybody's dressed the same colors rather. Nobody's hair is too eccentric. You're gonna notice the white people first and the black men. The black women aren't gonna be noticed first.
Then white men gonna notice that black lady.
After he notices the black man.
But when he sees me, he may notice me out of fear or apprehension. When he sees you, it's pleasure.
How do you know? Is what?
Pleasure.
You must.
White men are crazy about black women.
Oh, okay. They're just crazy. I ain't gonna hear about black women.
I-
But if my David Beckham is out there,
Can y'all
I'm
give
only a few hours away.
can you get that's a hypothesis that we haven't tested. Can someone give me an example where we both get pulled over by a racist cop in the same night? Who does he give the harder time, the black man or the black woman?
the black man.
We both go to get arrested for the same amount of drugs in our pocket. Who gets the most severe sentence, the black man or the black woman?
Both.
We both apply for a job.
You're talking about racism. You're talking about police. Let's talk about just regular life.
I just said we apply for the same job. Black man, black woman. Who has a greater chance of getting it?
One who has the white name.
Okay. So what y'all really saying is y'all just feel like black people are treated the worst, but what makes black women even worse is y'all think black men treat them worse. Treat them bad. Got it. Y'all are really saying that all black people are treated bad, but black women are treated even worse because even black men treat black women bad.
Boom. Talk that. Preach that, preacher.
I don't believe. I think y'all saying this. Are we talking about black men or black y'all boyfriends?
Black men. Here's an example. When we were asked the questions, and I use this platform as an example, when we were asked questions about women, even the black men were like, "You're wrong." How can I be wrong about what I am, about the world I live in? Well, I don't know any none of my friends talk about that. I'm telling you my experience. Basically, your experience is invalid. So yes, black women are treated worse, worser, the worstest, whichever word you want to use, real or not, in life. But this is overall women. You can see in daily life where, like, I think it's, for me, it's sort of odd to see women on ESPN. It's just weird for me. I still don't like it. I'm glad they're in the space now, but it's weird for me. Even on there, the guys are like, basically, great assessment. She don't know what you're talking about. So, it's like she watches football every day too, just like you do.
Let me ask you this. Do you really believe those women who, come on now, come on. You of all people, Brandy, know that 99% of journalism has been replaced with actors who deliver the news, not people who investigate the news. Except for sports journalism, because most of them are ex-athletes. Do you really believe that these women who work for ESPN and these other stations, the majority of them are actual sports journalists, or are these women actresses who are reporting the news?
I believe these women went to college and got a degree in mass communications and maybe a minor in journalism. They, just like the men on the show, watch these games. They've learned the games, just like the men on these shows, because everybody on these shows are not Ex-athletes.
Right. You have some that are sports enthusiasts. Yeah, but I mean they have a record of history of being sports enthusiasts. A lot of these women, especially in the African American, the ESPN, these are actresses that are not. I mean, and maybe I'm proving your point, but
You are. I was just thinking that.
yeah, okay. Uh, and fear of being raised, in fear of being recognized as a sexist and a misogynist and a
I don't
psych.
think if people. I mean, if you think they're actors, they all of them are not unattractive looking. Like they're pretty.
Right, but I mean that's the requirement. For, look at old news reporters, 70s, 80s. Look at them now. Oprah started off as a heavy set black girl. When is the
Mhm.
last time you seen an out of shape, ugly journalist?
After Ricky Lake.
Now you know what. And what you want, go Ricky,
Right.
go go Ricky. What you won't do is do that.
Rosanna, doggone.
Roseanne was a talk show host, not a journalist.
Who
Yes.
was it? Not necessarily. Not even who came. Who was on the View? Rosie O'Donnell.
I know you ain't talking about Star Jones when she was big.
Star Jones.
Yeah, but look what happened to her. She had to go get a surgery.
Al
She didn't
Roker.
have. She didn't have to do that.
Al Roker lost so much weight. Ashley didn't know who he was last week. She didn't even realize.
I didn't
She,
notice that. Yeah.
she said she didn't even realize that was him in the video.
He looks a lot different.
But I
Right.
think that's my point
Him and
too.
Al Sharpton.
That look at Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton was big as the three of us put together.
And he's.
And now Al Sharpton look like he's on fentanyl. I think
But
that yeah, but I think that these are like you said, people with mass communication degrees that chose sports as their concentration of journalism. But I think that they're not sports people. You could deliver the news if I gave you all the stats and the history of it.
yes, I'm very good at retaining information. But you kind of also further proved the point. Like you went Oprah, and men were not being brought up until I brought a man up.
What does that even mean? I'm so sick. I'm sorry.
Ooh, you
I,
need one of those baby things you pop your nose and.
yeah, I'm probably gonna get off here in the next couple of minutes because I don't want to bring you down.
You're not bringing me down. But
You so rude. You mean to tell me you're not on Publix deliver trying to get me some ginger ale and orange juice delivered?
black people in that ginger ale, I tell you, ginger ale is healing, and so is yellow Gatorade. But
It
it
got to be yellow though.
has to be, has to be. If it's not yellow, you playing. You drinking Kool-Aid.
It worked.
Yellow Gatorade, saltine crackers,
Come on
and some
now.
chicken noodle soup.
Come on now.
And
You'll be good tomorrow.
and Price is Right.
And prices, goddamn right. You'll be good tomorrow, baby. I can assure you. You're welcome.
And the prices.
Got to. Got to. I forgot all about prices, right?
That was the get well started pack.
Man. Had to be Bob Barker, though.
Yeah, yeah. Drew
After
Carey.
rerun, and you're not going to be completely well. You're just going to be kind of well with Drew.
Right. But Barker had you back to school in no time.
In no time.
Right before the showcase showdown.
Hello.
That's funny, man. You be ready to go outside and play when school get out. And my aunt say, if you were good enough to play, you could have went to school today.
Facts.
Stay down the whole time. You healed.
Right.
You sick.
You well rested though by the end of it though.
Right.
Right.
Nowadays these kids, it ain't the same, boy.
Mm.
Anyway, off topic, but
But it's not the same, and it's upsetting. And another way I think women are treated as third class, not even second class, but third class citizens is because of the whole labeling of women, birthing people, cis women, You can't say you're a naturally born woman. You can't say
Dr. Jackson, turn to the right so I can see your side profile. Oh, you
oh,
showing
she's Sally. Okay. Oh,
you
she gave you a
showing
whole. She gave you almost a 360.
you showing out.
That's
Okay.
why she's late getting her hair done.
Right.
Right.
What's his name?
That part.
Okay.
He got a name though. Y'all see, she be like, ain't nobody. But we don't. I feel like all we hold now is the value of our uterus.
Wait.
I-
Is this a feminist platform now? What happened to this platform over the
I
last?
think that's a stretch. That's all the value we have.
Thank you, Ashley, for getting off that boat.
But I think life has changed for sure. But
I mean, when it all comes down to it, I mean, that's
Dr. Jackson, you can resist the temptation to join Brandy right now. You've got a
You can
decision.
also resist the temptation to lie. Go tell your truth, sis.
so when you think about the fact that older men tend to gravitate towards younger women, what is it about younger women that they desire and value?
It ain't their children. It ain't the
It's
uterus.
fertility.
No, it's not. Ain't no old man want no younger woman so he can have children. He want her so he can enjoy her without
I'm
children.
sorry. Why do men have multiple? Why are men trying to multiply and furnish, do all of that? Because they want legacy.
Listen to Unc. If you see Unc with a 25-year-old, he
No.
is not with her for her uterus. He's with her because of what's beneath it.
But we all have that beneath it.
Which goes back to what the point of the matter.
Right. But when you
So the only thing that we good for is that.
Oh,
no.
You just proved my point.
She said uterus. She didn't say unicorn.
y'all be trying to hit it, don't you? Though you trying to hit the uterus, don't you?
Right. Only if I not tonight.
Right.
Right.
That is all we have. But Ash says that you don't agree with that. Please elaborate, ma'am.
Thank you.
no, I think we have more value than that. I mean,
What? Like what?
I do-
We got to breastfeed. We got to breastfeed them. My bad.
no, I feel just like women just have that. I think our mental ability, we still think we have our natural instincts as a woman. That's not
Oh,
something.
I know we have more value than that. I was saying that that's what the men think that our
You-
value is.
Only
And I'm saying I don't think that that's what men think either. But I did have a conversation. I want to say it was just the day before. I was talking to another woman. I can't remember who I was talking to though. But we are talking about guys wanting more children, and oftentimes it's because they were not in the house to raise the child from start to finish.
facts.
Who was that I was talking to?
I don't know. It could have been me because
But
How quickly
that-
he said facts.
I've had that
Some-
conversation with people too.
yeah, I've had that conversation, and so so sometimes they do want a younger woman because she can have children, and he can be there to raise the child. Because somewhere in the relationship, either they got divorced or they broke up, and he missed certain stages of that child's life.
For me, it was incarceration. I incarcerated for 3.5 years, and I don't know if I ever said that on this platform, but
I think you mentioned. I don't know if you told us the time that you were,
Right.
but you did mention it. At one point.
so for me, it was wanting to raise a child from womb to tomb, my tomb or their tomb. So I do get that. That's why I got my 8-year-old, and I'm very active in his life as a result of it. So I do see that, but I didn't seek a younger lady just for that either. I think for Brandy to say that there's old heads sitting around
There are.
counting their retirement checks and figuring out child support checks at the same time. Let me tell you this: I don't cuss because I'm a sanctified preacher, but that ish ain't happening.
Tell that to all the men running around in Jamaica doing that mess.
Tell that to Al Pacino. Tell that to Robert De Niro.
Them people. First of all, Jamaicans
Tell
are.
that to a guy I went to school with. His dad was 82 when we were in college.
Did he say Jamaicans are different? Let him say that with the man and running around in Tampa with 30 kids.
Jamaicans and Haitians are different because I
There's a
knew.
man in Tampa with 30. I think he's up to 32 now.
Right, but y'all living on fringe. Y'all living on the exception to the rule, not the rule. Most men, okay, this is a transparent moment for me. I'm 36. There is a,
Tasia, if you don't join, you said you would. Go
I
ahead.
wouldn't say retirement, but them 50 plus. I want her to explain that comment because I don't know.
Because 50 plus, she's not saying
are you agreeing?
retirement age.
Tasia, are you agreeing with your pastor?
No.
Or are you agreeing with Dr. Jackson?
She's agreeing with me.
We'll see. Let me see what she say. Because they're not.
Who's your pastor?
Uh-oh. There you go. There you go, Evangelist Brady. I like that. I like where your head's at. do the work of him who sent you, daughter.
But I do feel like in this day and age, men want us to propose to them. Men want us to pull out their chair. Men want us to take the role up, pursue them, and they still want us to take care of the house and have the children. We are nothing but
men are the prize.
Yes, they
men are not the. What's wrong with y'all?
That's what
What's
they're
wrong with
going around and
society?
saying. They're saying it.
Literally.
Men are saying
I'm surprised.
No, men are saying they're the prize too. Ain't no listen, Lindas.
It all came through with the Kevin Samuels thing.
Linda.
Listen. Men want to be valued. Men don't want to be women. I don't want to be a woman, but I do want you to value me, baby girl.
I didn't say that we men wanted to be women.
Assure me that I'm attractive. Assure me that you want me. Assure me that just because his truck is bigger, or his that we're men want assurance too. I think women like this is sad for me. A man can't win for just this week. I thank you, Holy Spirit. I think you brought this back, but if it wasn't you, it was my memory. Just this week, this girl goes viral. And it's been the topic of social media for the last 5 or 6 days. This dude takes her out on the first date. They pull up to Cheesecake.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I have another one too. Go ahead.
I knew about that one.
She refuses to get out of the car, and she goes live because the first date was at Cheesecake Factory.
Well, there was more to the story too, though.
But this is the same generation that literally said, men need to stop saying, what you doing? Stop typing WYD. He need to make plans. Take me out so I can dress up. A dude does that. And don't get me wrong, Cheesecake Factory ain't season 52, but it sure ain't Applebee's. But I'm looking for somebody who's going to be Applebee's with me with $1 Rita Virgin.
Yeah.
So the more details to that story actually makes her situation look worse, makes her look bad. So essentially, apparently he had planned to take her to another type of restaurant, but she made him stay outside and wait so long that basically they missed their reservation, and then he took her to Cheesecake Factory. And then she was in the car basically telling her, you took me to a chain restaurant. Don't you think I'm worth more than that? And then at that point he was just like, why do you think I need to spend a whole bunch of money on you on our first date? Because then he got irritated. Because at first he had reservations for, I guess, a nicer restaurant or something, but because of her, they missed their reservation.
That makes it 10 times worse because that means on the fly, and he could have said Chili's or something, but he still decided
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory, but it's a lot of pressure on men. So I think women who are we're third class citizens, and you get a guy like that, and then so now what, Brandy? What do you say to that? Because that's you should see all the women agreeing with her. I was shocked by personal friends.
But they're agreeing with her because they don't know the story.
Yeah, because you don't know the whole story. Even if a lot of women, even if some women did know the whole story, there will be some that agree with him. That's just how society is.
Of course.
I didn't know the whole story. Bless your heart, because it stopped, but I'm glad it started back up again. I was like, I'm not a fan of Cheesecake Factory. I'm not. I don't like it. I just don't. Like there's too many stuff on your menu to
Have you ever had the orange chicken from the Cheesecake Factory?
First of all, I don't like orange chicken from no factory.
It's a hit and miss, that orange chicken.
I don't like orange chicken,
I don't like
period.
orange chicken.
But their cheesecakes are great.
Sister Mary,
However, your menu is way too big to perfect anything.
Right.
Period. I
It's
don't
just
do Cheesecake Factory. I will be aggravated. I would be not. I actually went. The dude who I was speaking, who could come back. We met at Cheesecake Factory when we first met. It was very last minute. But I didn't get anything. But I would not want that to be my first date.
Why?
So I just because I don't like Cheesecake Factory. I just don't
right?
like it. There's
But you're
nothing on
See,
their menu that
my
tastes good
thing
to me
is,
except for
I'm
the
not
cheesecake.
picky about where somebody takes me on a first date because I'm the type of person where on the first date you don't have to spend a lot of money on me because
You know,
the first date is kind of about getting to know. You can take me out for ice cream on a first date. You can
you can
take
take
me
me
out.
to an Indian restaurant. I just don't want to go Cheesecake Factory. Now I will meet you there and get a cheesecake. But if this is a regular thing, we're not gonna work out.
I think that a man who takes you anywhere, even if he did Applebee's, a man who wants to get to know your. My problem is a lot of these women want you to take them places they can't take themselves.
I agree. I agree.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
she was. I think she even went in to say, "Why couldn't you take me to Capitol Grill?"
You don't go to Capitol Grill with your mama. You and your mama eat down here at Fat Boys Barbecue, and you want somebody to take you to Capitol Grill. Take your mammy to the Capitol Grill.
but I think it should be considered what that person likes also should be considered. Because I'm not an Applebee's fan. I feel like they don't clean up. So that to me
I
I'll be
understand
uncomfortable.
that. I think that's different.
You
That's
see how you just talked over her like she a third class citizen? I'm sorry, you were saying that? Shh.
I think that's just for me would be uncomfortable for me to sit in Applebee's because that's just to me that's not something I like. So but I get what y'all saying about her and her attitude as far as her attitude towards the Cheesecake Factory and how she wanted more. But yeah, some things you just don't like as a person, though.
Put that
I,
comment back up.
I didn't mean to put it up then, but I'm gonna put it up in a
Okay.
second. Give me a second.
Okay.
I can understand a woman saying, we pull up to the Cheesecake Factory and she says, I don't really eat anything from here. Or I say, hey, we're going to the Cheesecake Factory. She said, I don't really like the Cheesecake Factory. I think I think that that's different than a woman saying a blanket statement, don't take me to a chain restaurant.
Yeah, because that's
Because that's
specifically
what
what she said.
don't
Yeah.
don't take me to a chain restaurant. Like, Randy, you
I
agree
mean,
with
technically, Capitol Grill is a chain restaurant too.
girl, it's a Waffle House on every exit on 95, baby girl. If you can't go with me and get a sausage, egg, cheese, grits bowl, you not the one. How about that?
I don't care if it's a first date. I can't. I don't know. It's just. I guess maybe my expectations are not that high for the first date
And
Yeah.
I feel like a
because the
lot of
first date can
people.
be a drink for me.
I can't afford you or that expensive hairstyle retwist you got, Dr. Jackson.
I feel like men get so many passes. Like if he want to take you here and you not grateful about it, you have a problem. Let that man do what he can for you.
let me
Why
ask,
does he get to pick, but I can't? Why
okay.
can he be?
Let me ask you this. Give me a
It's actually all three of us.
okay, right, Alfred. Give me a comparison of an incident where a man can do that to a woman on a first date or in a relationship. What standard can I hold you to like that lady held that guy to that? Give me one example.
Don't come out here with a bonnet on.
What edges?
I don't do that with. I don't go out with nobody with a bonnet.
Right.
Pajamas.
No. Okay. Wait a minute now. That's not comparable.
That is to me.
Dr. Jackson thinks that's not comparable. Come on, Dr. Jackson. Come on.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, you was gonna school the people, Dr. Jackson. You got scared because you got outnumbered by your female counterparts. I can tell you what you was thinking though, because I'm prophetic. Dr. Jackson was thinking, I'm not coming out with a bonnet because of who I am. It ain't got nothing to do with no man. Come on, Caribbean pride. Blink your eyes twice. If blink your eyes twice, blink your eyes twice if he was right, girl. He wasn't he right when he said, yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You shouldn't wear a bonnet because of you. I'm talking about.
So you're holding me to the stand. I'm holding you to the standard of not taking me to Chili's.
But you're
Then
not.
you're holding me to the standard of if I do take you to Capitol Grill, do you know how to act at Capitol Grill?
You should know how to act
because Chili's, Brandy.
Huh?
You might be able to get sponsorship from Chili's, Brandy. You better stop.
You're right. I love Chili's.
I'm like,
I want my baby back.
Nice strawberry lemonade.
Baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back.
Chili's, baby. No, go ahead.
But so I think that, right. So I think that there's not a thing that a man could say. Like I can't say to you on a first date or anything. I can't say, yeah, and you better scramble eggs and they better be fluffy like my mama's was. I can't say to you, oh yeah, and you better whatever another woman, excuse me, or gender role thing is.
Put out on the first date.
A woman would say, I ain't trying to marry you. You ain't my man yet. Why I got to prove to you I know how to cook? Why I got to prove to you I can manage a home? I ain't washing your clothes. There's a girl I know, we was talking a week, and she asked me to go get my clothes from the cleaners. She almost had a husband because a woman ain't never asked me to go get my clothes from the cleaners. You literally, I think it's silly that we're saying men are treated like third-class citizens.
Wow.
That's it. Wow.
Where is ST3 when you need?
Listen, you need his help today.
Hold on. Let me put my antenna up. Hey, Stelson.
You stupid.
Hey, Stelson, get up. They're killing me. I need you to get on.
I feel like if you have the right to be like, oh, you don't want to make me fluffy eggs? Well, I don't want to be with you. Just like I have the right, if you want to take me to Taco Barn, I don't want to be with you. Like
I just saw Mexicans mixed with Wild Wild West. My stomach started hurting. Taco Bar. They don't have taco. They have Taco Wednesdays.
I can't.
Taco Bar.
Cinco de Seis. So about this comment, a man told me that if I didn't have children by now, then something was wrong. I don't know what down was. I was ready to.
I was ready to cuss because I got a story.
Who was that ready to cuss?
Tasha.
Tasha, you cuss?
So I get that a lot. You stupid.
Wait a minute.
That was in her old. It was in her previous life. I have people that tell me, "Oh, you've never been married. You don't have any kids. You must be crazy."
Well,
why?
That is a common thing that men believe. They believe.
I'm smart.
They believe if you don't have children, a dude hasn't said, "I want to lock you down," and especially if you've never been married, that is a common thing. For me, I'm so sorry, Brandy. Excuse me. Just keep talking.
You were talking though, so that's weird. And I'm one of those people that I take myself on dates, but even though I can do some for myself, I still want you to do it. Like, okay, I can't take myself to Capitol Grill. So you're not going to take me to Capitol Grill because I can't take myself to Capitol Grill? But you can? That's dumb. That's just like telling a vegan if her husband or her boyfriend needs meat.
It's not that expensive, though.
I don't know. I've never been to Capitol Grill.
Dr. Jackson, Capitol Grill.
Burns.
No.
Huh?
Capitol Grill is high end. It depends on what you get.
Is it?
Capitol Grill for
there's a restaurant down in Miami. There's a restaurant down in Miami called Barton G's. Now that is a restaurant I consider high end. Because like literally everybody's paying $125.
Let me tell you this, Cheesecake.
You pick out your own fish.
Let me tell you this, Cheesecake Chelsea. I ain't going to Barton. What you called it?
Barton G's.
You know, that sound like Barn Hills. That's where we're going. We going to we going to we going to good old Barn Hills.
We not going nowhere. You can go to Barn Hill by yourself. I don't do buffets.
It was this exclusive where the Real Housewives were sitting behind us. Real Housewives of Atlanta were in the restaurant with us.
Can somebody get Dr. Jackson off? Because I'm trying to go to Sonny's barbecue. Let's eat, La Mama. Let's eat something. Can we get 2 of those to go? Let's hey. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like,
But even if I can't take myself to Barton G's, then and you can that, so I shouldn't want to go there because I can't afford to take myself there.
I don't think that's a valid reason.
I don't think it is either.
I don't think that's a valid reason.
I think that women, and don't get me wrong, you should.
But it shouldn't be an expectation for somebody to take you there. That's my thing. It shouldn't be an expectation for somebody to take you to somewhere expensive for your first date. It shouldn't be.
But if you're trying, if a first I'm sorry, go ahead, Black. Go ahead, Black.
I'm into experience. There was a little Mexican spot on the road where Lyman is. It was called Oasis. I mean, I've been there with friends, and it's just a nice experience. It's not a chain restaurant, and it's not expensive either, but it was a nice experience. So I think that's my problem. Anybody who knows me, when I travel, I like to eat at hole-in-the-wall breakfast spots. I like little diners.
They be the ones that have the best food.
I like diners. So I want to go there in the daily specials, a $5.99 eggs plate, and it come with egg, grits, and a meat and toast. You know what I mean? Because it's good. So if I'm again, that may not be the first date, but I don't think the first date should be a restaurant. Period. Though I think
that's what I said.
Yeah,
I said it should be like ice cream or like just to get a drink.
Right. Yeah. The first date.
You don't even know if because listen, just like how was it Sensuela who said it? You know I don't like you if I pay for half of my food.
Lolita?
That was Lolita? Okay.
Lolita dropped some knowledge that night, boy.
If I pay for my food,
that's something else.
That's the thing. For a man to spend a lot of money on you on the first date and for you not to agree to a second date, that's a big risk.
Right. But you could spend a little bit of money and then spend a lot of money and not agree to a third date. So it's like,
I agree.
Now, and I'm not saying you have to spend. I as long as food is involved, because I like food. I'm an eater, right? As long as food is involved, I'm good. I don't think movies should be on a first date because you can't talk at a movie.
I don't think anywhere that's loud, like even going to a lounge or something like that on the first date.
You can't talk.
You can't talk. Anything that
little taco spot we went to in Tampa when we were talking, that wouldn't be a good first date spot. That's like a lounge.
But that wasn't a lounge.
And it wasn't loud.
Dr. Jackson, put your hand on the screen so I can pop it with this.
Let's go.
Right. All right. Don't bring it in to a gunfight. I think that things like that, man, it's scary to be a guy, man. Y'all saying it's scary to be a girl, and I get it. I'm not diminishing that. But to be a good guy, Tasia's comment about she was gonna cuss some because some guy said that. I know for me, at 36, going on 37 here within the next 4 or 5 months. Wow. Going on 37 here. The idea of a child, so I don't care what your age is, if you don't have any children, for me, it would take a huge life change, something drastically. Like you would have to say to me, I'm going to check off every box and I am going to, if you do your part, I'm going to do my, I'm afraid. And it's not even that I'm afraid of a child. You know what I mean? I'm 36. I can have another kid. I'm afraid of a baby mama if it doesn't work out. And I get another baby mama. That's my fear.
So then what's the value of women?
The greatest thing God ever created was when he put Adam to sleep and made woman. Greatest thing.
Okay, so that doesn't answer the question.
Thank you. Girl, get out of my head.
Two horses and a mule. I mean, what do you mean? That doesn't answer the question.
That
It
doesn't.
doesn't. What
What is
benefit?
the what value does a woman like? Just like what they were saying. What do you bring to the table? What does a woman bring to the table?
For me, a woman is peace. A woman is motivation. A woman could even be a carrier when you're weak. Um, and sexual gratification is important as well. I think, but for me, peace is wrapped in that as well, though. Where you guys say, Brandon diminished it to just a uterus. For me, my drug of choice has never been liquor or uh, uh, marijuana or anything like that. But when I need to be settled, it's an upper and a downer. Hello, it's speed.
Hello.
It's speed and slow. Hello, it can pick me up and make me want to run a mile. Hallelujah, or it can slow me down and make me sleep a day. I feel glory in here tonight. My phone's on 2%. I love y'all. I'm sick. It's gonna die soon. But that's what a woman has value. Me personally, and I'm gonna share this before my phone cut off.
Oh, that's it. Wait.
I agree.
I agree. I agree
Rude.
with whoever said that to you is stupid. Stupid and dumb. I hope you never let him touch you. Because you're safe, first of all. Oh, my homeboy's here. My homeboy's back. Guess
Yeah,
who's
but
back?
you have to be knocked out. Like
Back
what happened?
again. Who's back? Back again. And he has feedback
You
again.
have that squeaking noise against test ST3.
Okay, 1 second, please.
Oh, okay. So
Lord.
got a little sleep in
Turn
your
the volume down just a scotch, love bug.
but I will say this. I am being renewed in my mind because of strong women in my life. And where I am in my life, very good place. So a
Sorry.
tough conversation I had with one of my best female friends who literally called me a waste of time. She called me that, but it snapped something in me.
Mm-hmm.
And,
You see this? That,
okay. And another very good friend of mine was a very safe space for me to be extremely vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So those two females have literally catapulted, my tongue is catapulted me into a great season, and I'm running like a man on fire. Okay, Brandy, SD3s. I'll go put some clothes on now. We'll cover up.
Oh, I know. Anyway, Lord help us all.
Cover up.
I still don't see. It's still women. Our value is
He said peace. What did you say? Peace,
Put you on the pedestal.
peace, boinking.
peace, sex, and
Motivation.
motivation. Okay.
What?
You can get peace by yourself. You can motivate. Your friends can motivate you.
No, a woman. Listen.
I guess your friends can boink you too.
Bye.
No,
okay,
don't go.
what's being talked about here?
But
Basically,
scrolling
we
at
were
the
just
bottom of this thing, women are third class citizens.
Women are third class citizens. How is that so?
Oh, I think his battery died. Doc, go ahead. You want to explain?
how women are treated like third class citizens
Yeah.
Basically.
because our value is diminished to what basically what we can do for a man in a relationship, childbirth, sex, basically. And that's how we're treated in society, and that's basically what our value is seen as a whole in society.
The men don't offer their seats even to older women. Um can't get your words out because some guy is gonna cut you off. Like I told what's his name? Jay. I was like, even in the one about women, when we had to answer questions about women, it was like, nah, you're wrong. You know you're wrong. No, that's not right. I'm like, but we're women. How can you tell us we're wrong about women? And it's like, no, well, my friends, they don't. And it's like, it doesn't matter what your friends do or don't. So it's like even our feelings, our thoughts on ourselves or other women isn't even valid.
And we have to get stuff mansplained to us because, we don't know anything.
So is that what you believe makes someone a third class citizen?
Basically, and remember, we were the last ones to even get rights.
Right.
I guess the question would be, what do you consider third class citizen to be?
Someone who
Like, what
lacks
is a
rights.
third class citizen?
Put it like
Even
this.
classified.
Put it like this. Think about the fact that reproductive rights right now, the fact that we don't even have a say in what happens with our uteruses, the fact that other people are able to decide that for us, what happens with our uterus. If
Okay, well,
I'm ready, go ahead.
if you're third class, who's second class?
Children, dogs, as Ash said,
Oh,
children,
shoot.
dogs.
In this country, they can shoot humans down the street, but let you kill a dog. I mean,
Children and
don't get me
dogs.
wrong.
There's your
I
second
love
class
animals,
citizens.
animal rights.
Wouldn't you consider children and dogs, and they're still male and female, right?
What? Women. We're talking about women
Okay,
specifically.
but woman is what? Woman is what?
A woman.
An adult
What is she
girl.
classified as, though?
An
Like, what do
adult
we
girl.
classify a woman as?
Female specimen.
Female, right?
A woman is an adult girl.
But
Human girl.
the most base classification of a woman is what? Like, gender wise.
Someone that can birth children.
No, I'm looking for like more of a term. You said it already.
Okay, then say it.
Female, right? So if there's a female, that means there would be a male. Just like there's woman, there's man. So that's two.
That's where those terms came from.
That's what they are, though.
Right.
Right. Where's if there's two, where did you get three? Where did the third come from? If there's
Okay, like
male
even
and female, if there's man and woman,
That's just like saying
what
you
what
have third
third
world
world?
countries.
Yeah. So what's the
Like
second
they're all
world?
countries.
What is the
But
second? Can you tell me what a second world country is? Like,
right. What is a second world country, my guy? Because a country is a country.
would you care if we said second class citizens? I mean, whether it's third or second, it's still we're beneath another class. He's missing, so we're talking to ourselves.
Even still, that's a great, like, that's legit. Like, how would you never heard of, I've never heard of a second world country. It's either first world, it's either the main ones, or your third world
Third world
country.
country.
There's never been a second.
Second world. There's no second world country.
Like, what? I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to see where he's going with this.
Me too.
Like, what do you have? Male and female, man and woman. Yeah, true that. Agreed. And the mere fact that men believe, or is I mean, I believe we came from men. The mere fact that that's a thing makes them feel, and you can hear it in these talks. You're a help meet. Your job is to be, even with stuff, to be on your knees when I get home. Like, you've degraded me to just basically a cum bucket. It wasn't, I need you at home to help me.
A sex toy.
Say again.
We're sex toys.
Basically.
Sex toys that birth children.
And if you don't want kids, you still got what you wanted. And you can always, at any point in your life, go to a younger person and get, or someone that's fertile, because women having babies in their 50s now. Woo!
Yeah, there was a woman. I had a woman. She was 52, and she was giving birth to her eighth.
Ain't no way. You're gonna
I
be
don't.
70.
I'm in the stage where I'm like, okay, I'm up there. I don't even know if I want to have kids this place in my life because I'm gonna be like 60 when my kid graduates. No, 60. I don't even know. How old?
I
20.
just don't think I want to bring anything into this world. But I really need Stelson to like take us on this journey that he's trying to take us on to prove that women are not third class citizens because Jay failed. He didn't prove his point. You there?
James got a laptop.
Right. He needs to charge his phone. You know we do this every Wednesday. Because I feel like even with the whole expecting women to ask men to marry them, like we've been put in that position that we have to ask you to marry us. We have to take you out on dates, open doors for you.
We're the ones who have to initiate the relationship.
The freaking relationship, and you still want me to listen to you as head of house. You still want to be over me in the house. I'm doing all the masculine things, all the male duties, and you want me to listen to you? Oh, okay, we ready. We
Yes.
ready. Let's
I
go.
want to hear the journey.
You want to hear the
Can you
journey?
tell me what a second world country is?
What a second world country is?
Yeah.
Do we classify things as second world countries?
So that's why she said third class citizen. It doesn't matter whether it's second class citizen or third.
Let's ask this then. What's a third world country? What's a third world country?
We all know what third world country is. What do we classify it to be at least?
Okay, so there's a classification for a third world
Right,
country.
there's a classification. We know what it is. Impoverished.
Okay.
Don't have the same moving functions of a city or of multiple cities connecting together, kind of like how we have here in the United States. They have in many different countries in the European.
They're not on the level of first world countries.
Right, they're not on the same level of civility. We're civilized, whereas they're not civilized. That's what we would classify that to be. They're civilized, and we are not civilized, or vice versa.
Right.
So that's what we would classify.
So they're beneath these larger countries.
They're not beneath them. They just don't have the same resources as those other countries do for whatever reason.
They're believed to be beneath the more important, the bigger countries.
By a fraction, not too much.
So the answer is yes.
What was that now?
Just as women are believed to be less than men.
But are you? Do you accept that? Do you consider
yourself? It doesn't matter. Does Haiti accept that they're a third world country?
Do you
consider Haiti will not be like, yeah, we're trash. We're a third world.
Why do you think that? Why do you think Haiti will?
They would say
why
that.
Would you think?
So why would I say that about myself?
No, that's not something that we accept. We don't accept that, Stelson. We don't accept that.
Well, then stop doing
it. But it is a fact.
Doing what?
No, that's what you made up to believe for yourself. But no, stop doing that.
Okay.
Plenty of people do.
Stop doing what?
Plenty of people do that. They don't allow themselves to be considered what other people consider them to be. I'm sure you ladies do that yourself.
Do what?
Well, you speak positively about yourself. You don't let someone come up to you and say, "Oh, you're this, you're that, you're a second-class citizen, you're broke, you're ugly, or whatever."
The whole thing about the pay gap, right? The fact that like men get paid how much more than in typical job?
Where's that proof?
Per dollar? I think it's 30 cents per dollar.
Where's that proof?
30 cents per dollar. Yeah.
It's statistics. You can Google that. That's Googleable.
Yeah, you can look that up.
You don't think there's a pay gap?
How many people? Well, then how many people are they asking this question to?
You don't think there's a pay gap?
How many of them are answering it truthfully?
You don't think there's a pay gap?
There's definitely a pay gap. For example,
I'm asking a question.
I can give you an example, right? I was a nurse, came out of school same time as this guy who's a male nurse. different pay. No, and I was a CNA before, so I had more experience than this nurse. And this nurse still got paid more than me.
Okay, but
because
what
she was
did
a
what
man.
was
Look
his
at the way
job?
CEOs
What
are paid.
job
We were
function was
both
he
in the
getting?
same department doing the same
Okay,
exact job.
You can look at CEOs. How
but on
CEOs
paper,
are
what
paid.
does it say? What
What?
did his contract say on paper?
What do you mean contract? We were both hired as ER nurses.
Okay, but what did it say he have to do?
What?
Their job duties are the exact same. They have the exact same title. They're at the
Okay,
exact same hospital. He's
right.
getting paid
That's not
more.
that doesn't mean just because they
But
were
that's the
hired for the same
standard.
position, it was listed the same way. Did you
It
ever
was
look into
listed
that?
the exact same position.
Did you ever look into his paperwork? What his
Yeah,
paperwork said?
because we all signed the same papers. It's just that he got a different salary from me
How do you?
because I looked at his paycheck.
Okay, well then why didn't you fight for a better salary?
That's
Why did
why
you
we're
ask? Why you
considered.
say
That's
I'm
why
worth?
we're considered third world.
Why didn't
That's
you
why I
say,
say
you
women
know
are
what? I
third
feel like I'm
class
worth more than that,
citizens because
and I'm
you
going to
have
prove
to
that to
fight
you.
for your pay, but he does not. You have to fight to get
He
more
just had to
money,
have a
but he
penis.
does not.
He just had to have a penis and they got paid more than me.
Okay,
But you should fight for it. You should fight for the money that you deserve because you have the exact same, if not better, experience. What? Thank you. You literally
Okay,
just proved women are third class
well,
citizens.
what do you have to say about the What do you have to say about the women who do OnlyFans? The women who make way more money in a short period of time for
As
selling,
compared to
as
who?
basic as selling a feet
It doesn't
photo.
matter. It doesn't matter. It
As
doesn't matter.
No, why
but
does
you
it?
have to have a
No. Let's
compare.
talk about
Have
that.
something to
Let's talk
compare it
about
to,
that.
though. Have
Just like
something
we
to
said
compare it to.
earlier, women are their value is between their legs. We said that earlier. So you just proved that point.
No,
Yeah.
no one said that.
I said that. What?
Well,
I said that. You were
who's saying that? Who's saying
Remember
that?
when you came on, we said that typically that's what our value lies in.
we did say that.
Okay, well, if you don't want to be valued as that, what do you women want to be valued as?
People.
The whole human, not just the vagina. Or so it would say vagina.
What makes you a man?
A penis.
I'm not a man.
Okay, Dr. Jackson. Okay.
Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness.
Right.
Happiness.
But you said it. You said it. The penis, right?
We're waiting for you to go on to what you're gonna say.
I'm trying to see what your point is.
Right. This journey, we're going on a journey.
Well, if your value is what you're saying, your vagina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's my value. What I have between my legs.
No. That's not what women value in men.
That's what
That's just
makes
like
me
saying
mad.
if I can have kids, then you can have kids. No, that's not what?
No, that's not the same thing.
What do men value in women?
What do men value in a woman? Loyalty, trust, chase, not being all out there in the streets.
Okay, so there we go. Sex. Go ahead. Continue. What else?
Peace.
So you have no peace when you go home?
I got plenty of peace.
You have a woman at home?
No, there's no woman here.
Okay, then.
Exactly.
You don't need a
yourself.
proceed.
You can get that's the point. Is you can get peace by yourself.
You have good friends?
I would do that if that means I have peace. Because if I can't have peace with the person I'm sleeping next to, I have a problem.
So listen to us, ST3. We're trying to see what the value is in a woman that you cannot get on your own.
Of what? The value of a woman that I can't get on my own. From a woman
that you cannot do either by yourself or through with male companionship.
Right, because your friends are loyal.
Children.
Exactly. So the only value from us that you cannot get from your friends or yourself is our fertility or sex.
I mean, okay, that's true.
And it's mostly
that's not the only value.
You have okay, so
that's a very important value, though.
trust, what you can get from your friends, peace, what you can get from yourself.
Not
What else you
necessarily.
got?
No, not necessarily, because even with your friends, there's still room. There's still room. But with the person that you find that you want to be with, that list off those things for you, they bring you to peace, they bring you to happiness, they do bring you to fertility. We want children, want a legacy. Most men, no matter what level
Brings
they're
you the
on, they all
vajwa.
want somebody who looks like them to continue whatever it's, if it's a little Pookie to, the next Steve Jobs or
Did
whatever.
you say
Like
Pookie?
Not little Pookie. Not little Pookie. Poo poo.
Pookie and the Ray Ray.
And
Pookie and the Ray Ray.
right. But you have yet to say what value women have.
children, procreation, children.
So exactly. So our only value to you, like our only value that you cannot get
To the
outside of a
world.
woman, has to be sex or the ability to have
Push your
children.
head out.
Okay, well, what else are you looking for? What else do you want?
But we're trying to show, basically the topic is, why are women third class citizens, right?
You're not a third class citizen, okay?
You have not proven that. That's just like saying,
if anything, you're more important because you produce what we need with the children we
Guatemala,
want.
right? Let's say Guatemala. You get from Guatemala great linens, right? That's all Guatemala's good for is linens. They're still a third world country. You get from, I don't even know what another third world country. I don't know what.
Listen to this.
You're missing it though. If women were put in on an island, men would be like, okay, oh gosh, I need peace. Let me go get me a woman. No, they're gonna be like, I need sex. Let me go grab one of them real quick and then send her back. We are not held in
that
high
is not
regard.
true. But listen to this. Men need women because men cannot procreate on their own. So at the end of the day, that still puts you in a better position because without you, we can't create the things we want. There'll be no men. The men will cease to exist because we can't procreate ourselves. I'm sure plenty of people tried and they tried, but it ain't gonna work the way you think it's supposed to work.
People who are watching, have we not said that exact thing? We're saying the same thing. Legit. We're saying the same thing. The point is, what do women bring to the table? In your opinion, what literally do women bring to the table? And you can't say peace because y'all don't accept that answer. You can't say loyalty because y'all don't accept that answer. So what do men bring? You cannot say peace. You can't say loyalty. You can't say trust because men don't accept those answers when we answer that question with those responses. So what do women bring to the table besides a uterus and a visual?
Entertainment.
You're welcome. So you can't be. So your boys don't entertain you. Your right hand don't entertain you.
Listen, and nobody does it better than a woman. Nobody.
So we're entertainment. So we're sambas. We're mammies.
If that's what you want.
I mean, let's like legit. Come on. We bring entertainment. That okay.
It boils down to this.
Next time somebody asks me what I bring, I'm gonna say entertainment.
It boils down to this.
What year was a woman first able to? I think what year was a woman able to have her own like debit card account or bank account again?
Okay, but you have it now.
So shut up and be satisfied, woman.
And then
I mean, I didn't say those exact words,
but you said it. When do we get our rights to vote? But you have it though. Shut up and vote, woman.
But you have it though. Can we move on from the conversation?
Okay, well now Roe v. Wade has been reversed. We don't have that anymore.
You don't have it. Move on, woman. Like legit. And I get that you don't want to agree with it, and that's fine. That's fine. But realistically, I think you too see that women are not treated like women in the 80s, women in the even in the 90s. You see
Yeah,
that.
no, well, no,
Let's
no,
be real with
no. You
ourselves.
who you are and how you're treated is two different things. That's everybody, even man goes through that as well. So who you are, you get treated differently. Right.
Explain.
Well, just because you're a
Really?
woman doesn't mean you get treated bad.
Really?
No. There's probably some people out there that treat you really good. It depends on the
Probably because
woman.
they're
But
good.
even you two ladies, I'm sure there's people out there that treat you really good.
Even you.
I treat you good.
He said, even
Thank you.
you too
Thank
can
you.
be
Thank you, ST3.
Well, no, I said you too. Yeah, you're treated good.
No, you said even you.
But you know
said,
it.
even you too can be good.
The nerve. The audacity.
Whoa. Oh my.
Well,
Sheesh. You
Well,
two
thank you,
ladies.
ST3. You know, lowly on me.
I didn't say that, but look,
You did.
You did,
Rewind
but
it.
whatever. Wind the tape. You figure it out.
Rewind it later.
But still, like I have not. What did Jay say? We bring
The same things: peace, motivation,
sex.
sex.
yeah, I mean that's not a bad trade-off. But look at what else you bring. But most importantly, the most important thing you bring is the fact that you can reproduce. And
Keep
without
saying.
you, there would not be men who are supposed to be the men they're supposed to be. Okay. So
You only give us attention. You only respect us. And even then you don't respect us because we can give you children.
Highest rate of physical violence, domestic violence is with pregnant women. Continue.
okay, would you rather trade spots then?
With a dude?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Heck
Okay,
yeah.
so you want to protect?
In heartbeat.
You want to
Yes.
provide?
Let me be a dude.
You can have the
Yes.
You want to
That's not a
be
good
the first
question.
one called out
carry the babies.
for any
all
type of
that.
dangerous situation?
Oh,
a
y'all don't know
real
how to
dangerous
fight?
situation,
Stop it.
not the controlled box situation that we're in. Because a real situation is a bear coming. What do you do about that?
Shoot
I
it.
have my pew pew.
Oh, you just have a gun readily available.
Absolutely.
Shoot it. That's what you do about a bear, right?
I walk.
So you're telling me, ST Stelson, friend.
Okay.
You telling me if if we're on a trail and a bear comes, you gonna fight the bear, mystical?
Right, long enough for me to get safe.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
we
the
do.
fastest. I'm gonna have to teleport.
Well, then you can at least tell people. You can at least tell people I
He
died
was
saving
dumb.
You died. No, he just ate you, and then
He
came
didn't
after me
eat you. He
afterwards.
mauled you, and
But
then
you
he
got
came
to
after me.
live. You got to live.
He just slashed
And
you, cut your vessel, and then came after me.
Right.
and you got to live. And
He
what
came
would be
after
even
me
greater
afterwards.
is if at this point we already had a legacy. So even if I'm gone, I have somebody to carry on.
Oh,
Dude,
you
let's
mean
be
while you
honest.
chasing my
I can get
pregnant self?
I can get your sperm 7 days after you die and still give you a kid. So
Why
forget a
would you
legacy.
do that though?
But you're missing the point.
No, but why would you do that? Why
Some
won't you
people
just
do
do
it.
it the normal way?
Well, if somebody say your husband dies in war and you were unable to start a family, maybe you just got married and you weren't talking about having kids just yet, and your husband dies at war.
Then
Yeah,
guess
I'm
what?
gonna get some of your
People
sperm
are
and have a
not doing it
baby.
the way it's supposed to be then, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You can only live for today. So if you can only live for today, why waste time living for tomorrow if tomorrow isn't even promised to you? You know what? We just got married today. We're going straight to bed. I'm putting one in there. If I'm not here tomorrow, hopefully it develops.
What do you have? What do you have going tomorrow? Are you busy tomorrow?
What do I have going tomorrow?
Yeah. Are you busy tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm still on the day.
So you don't have a job to go to tomorrow?
If I am
Is your alarm
fortunate
clock
enough
set?
to
Is
see
your alarm
tomorrow,
clock set?
If I'm fortunate enough to see
Is your
tomorrow,
alarm clock set?
if I'm fortunate enough to see
That
tomorrow,
means yes, you're living for tomorrow.
I
Stop
do
it.
not have to go to work tomorrow because tomorrow's my day off. If
So you're living
I'm
for tomorrow
fortunate
because you're planning. You
I'm
have a
living
day
for
off.
right now. I'm here with you right now with two lovely ladies who think that the world is against them, and that's not the case at all. And I'm just here in good faith trying to show you
D, just so you
otherwise.
know, he's living for tomorrow too. He's hoping he wakes up in the morning. Are you not?
Listen, my hope,
Listen, are you hoping you wake up in the morning?
my hope and my prayer
That
is
means
that
yes.
God isn't done with me and that tomorrow I am here tomorrow. But at the
So
same
you're living
time,
for tomorrow.
I got to realize that might not
Did
be
you
his
smoke
plan.
some crack today?
Might not be his plan. No, not no crack. Definitely not that.
Right, because you're living for tomorrow. I know you don't do drugs, but you're living for tomorrow. If you weren't, you get high as AF and be like, it is what it is. Like, be real with yourself, but it's all good. Women are
No,
still
that's not.
treated. Women are still not
No,
treated
that's not.
as we
Yeah,
should be.
no,
Women
Brandy,
are not
you
valued
can't do that.
as
No,
we
Brandy, that's
should
not
be
true.
valued. We are
No,
only as
Remember the
valuable as our
conversation that we
uterus.
remember the
no, that's not
conversation
the
that we
case.
had about when women are incarcerated and how they usually don't get visitation, like they don't have family members who visit them, but the men
don't visit
they'll
them.
have all these people, they'll have their mom visiting them, they'll have this person, their ex-girlfriends visiting them, all these people coming to visit them, and then the women will be in there, no visitation.
From their dude.
Okay, well then don't go to prison then.
You're,
You're I mean, you get visitation every
I
day.
did.
You
I
get
give up.
visitation every day, right? Dr. Jackson, you get visitation every day. I seen you up here one day with your baby, whoever, however old he is. You doing his hair on the live. I remember that day. But you look at all the vegetation, so much you can just braid up his hair and be on camera. It's a lot. So you don't have to live that other life. Don't.
But I wasn't speaking about myself. I was speaking about women in general.
I mean, if you look out there, and women right now are living really well, better than a lot of men, a lot.
Because we work
better
for
than
it.
a lot of men. You're still living better.
Work hard for it.
Still living better. You're living great, and you're living so great right now that if you want to live greater, you can.
Job, right? You said your woman's gonna have to have a job, right? So you're not the provider. You both are. If you get sick, who's gonna protect you? Your wife. So you're both protectors. If we really want to play that game.
Well, who provided you with the job?
What?
I said, who provided you with the job?
My resume.
Your resume? No, who provided you? Who gave you the job? Who said, "Hey, yeah, let's hire them"?
Another woman.
Okay, but who's over her? Her.
It's her company.
It's her company.
And that surprised you. But you see how you're going to find the man.
I'm asking. It's her company.
You see how you're going to find the man in the chain.
My boss was a man.
You're searching for the man in the chain. That just further proves that women are third-class citizens. Why the woman can't be the boss? Why can't the woman be the CEO?
We already established there's not 3 classes. There's only 2. There's 2
we have
classes.
Not. You still haven't named the second-class country. So you get the point of the third-class citizen. Okay.
Okay.
We do agree that there's 2 genders or 2 sexes or whatever you want to, whatever, but that's not the point. That's just like saying, well, there's only two spots on the totem pole, male and female. We can't break them up into white male, white female.
Okay,
white,
well,
black,
I have a question.
Female.
This isn't asked before, but I have a question.
It's interesting how breaking up stuff is okay when it works for some people.
Go ahead, Stephen.
My question: where's the all-female construction crew?
Where's the all-female? Oh, you mean so you didn't talk to so you didn't talk to Sensuela? She's a GC.
Okay, where's the all-female construction crew?
In Scandinavian countries.
In Scandinavian countries, okay.
So you're telling me, I'm sorry, I need to understand this. So you're telling me that there can never be an all-female construction company? Because I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm not saying there never can be one, but there isn't one.
I promise you, Mine will be done faster, more efficiently, and better. Guarantee you. Guarantee.
Okay, I have a question
So
then. Would you
let's
go to a
not.
building? Would you go into a building that was built by all women?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That
Do
just
you?
further proves
Yes.
that you feel that women are third-class citizens. We can't even build a building, man.
You feel like we're incompetent?
We can't even build
We
a
don't know how to
building.
read.
Where's the
We don't know how
building
to
that was
read
built by a woman?
directions.
Where is it?
Oh, we can't read.
Where is it? Because if it existed, there would have been historical news. Where is it? Why hasn't it been done?
The pyramids were built by both men and women.
No, we're just talking about all women.
He's saying that why has
No,
there
where's
never
the company and where's the building, and also why hasn't been built? It been built
so
if
it's
there isn't
illegal.
all women.
It's illegal to not hire
A man.
males or females. Well, now in this day and age, now since they got rid of
Affirmative
not true.
action. Affirmative action.
That's
whatever,
not true. Strip
then,
clubs hire all
then
women.
you can now hire all females or all men or
That's
all
not
white
true.
people or all black people. So trust and believe, I'm sure that'll come. But the fact that you're saying that women cannot do things but birth children is proving the freaking point, man. Are you not seeing this, my brother? You're
But
not
here's the
seeing
thing. The reason why there isn't a all woman construction crew
because
is
of
because
men like you.
they haven't because they haven't chosen to do it. Because you've chosen to do everything else.
I have not chosen
You
to
have
shoot
women who've
sperm out of
chosen
my
to do
vagina.
OnlyFans.
I have not chosen.
You have women who've chosen to be nurses. You have women who've gone and said,
Have
you know
men
what,
that
I don't even want to do the one
actually
thing that I'm here
reverse
on
that.
earth to
Reverse that.
do.
You have men
I
that
don't
have
even want to
chosen
do
to
it,
be
so I'm
nurses
not going
because
to do it.
nurses used
It's
to be a
been however
female
many
job.
years not doing it.
You have men who have chosen to be nurses because nurses was a female job. You have men who have chosen to be flight attendants because that was a female position. You have men that have chosen to be secretaries because those were female positions.
What is a female position then?
Exactly.
No,
Why
what is
can't
it?
women
You
build
said it.
build
So what is it?
something?
Explain to us what a female position is. What is it?
It's
Things that
usually
are
a position
historically
that's
hired and
dominated by
historically hired
females.
females. I'm sorry, D
No,
say again.
what is
What'd you say,
this?
D?
A job typically dominated by women.
What now? Repeat that.
A job typically dominated by women.
That's a female. That's what we're classifying that as.
You said a job that would be for females, a job typically dominated by women.
A job typically dominated by women.
So
That
So
predominantly is.
men can't do that job either.
I didn't say that. I said
Okay.
it's predominantly dominated by women. If you look in nursing
Okay.
fields,
Same thing for us.
90% of nurses are
Same thing
women.
for us. In the construction crew is going to
Okay,
probably
but
be
there are
dominated by
women
men.
construction workers
And the
too.
garbage and picking up garbage and stuff and scraping things and
There are women who do those jobs
jumping in the
too.
line to like die and do whatever else to protect
Women are in the
and
military too.
provide. That's what
well,
men
we
in
couldn't
mass
get
do.
into those areas until men realized
No,
that
you can get into them
they
because there's
needed
been
the
plenty
help.
of women who have.
And if you're pregnant, you have depending on your job, you have to get out of the military.
Good one. Okay. What? Okay. So
No,
this tells you
as a matter
then
of fact, this is what
that
they make you do. They give you
well,
3 months to
here's
get
the
back to
thing.
pre-birth
Here's the
weight,
thing.
or you get
Well,
kicked
okay.
out.
Here's the thing. Now you get pregnant.
Wow.
You get pregnant, and what happens? What happens? You get pregnant. You're carrying another life. So part of you that was very strong is now being used to support another life that is coming. We can't do that, even if we try. Even if
I'm
we
not
think we
saying a
can,
woman is not
we
stronger
can't do
than a
that.
man. I'm just saying that we're not treated like we're valuable.
No, no. You are
You
definitely
literally
treated.
just said, would you walk into a building that was built by all women? As if we were like, oh, put this
Incompetent.
toothpick
No,
here, put this toothpick
I
here.
asked the question.
Where does
I
this
just asked the
go?
question. I
What
wanted
is
an
a
answer.
roof?
I asked the question. I wanted an answer to that.
We
That's
gave
all.
you an answer. You asked the question again. We gave you an answer.
Well, you didn't really give me a clear answer.
We
No.
did.
What was
The
your
answer was
question?
yes,
I asked. You said yes. You would.
I
Okay.
would.
several times.
You would. Okay. All right. Well, then why
And then
do
you
you think
said,
it
well,
hasn't
why
been done
hasn't
yet?
it been done?
Yeah. Why hasn't it been done yet? Why do you think it hasn't been done? We're in a time and age, especially if you really wanted to, you can get it done. Because you got things where you don't actually have to lift. You can just
I've never met a female
Or the
construction
buildings come
trade.
together.
That's
You can
why.
just click them together.
So you're not even, so what
It's
you're
like-
telling me is you're not even listening to what we're saying, because we literally just talked to you about diversity, inclusion, and equity. We literally just talked about how that was abolished. Affirmative action was abolished. So now in 2023, not 2000, not 2003, 2023, you can now hire only men. You can now hire only women. You can now hire only white people. Back then you could not. And it wasn't until, I'm sure, somewhere in the 50s, 60s, that women were actually allowed into, I don't know, went military services, or to be on construction sites, or to be whatever the case may be.
I don't think women could join the military
like
until
I
the
said,
70s.
I'm sorry.
I think in the 70s, women were able to join the military.
So now you can hire
Because in
y'all.
the 50s, the women were able to enter the workforce because all the men were sent to the military.
Right. It's called World War II.
So, Brandy, I have a
Hey, what's up?
very specific question for you then.
Ooh,
If
that's
God,
okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. The answer is yes.
Okay, you're back. What was the question? I can't hear you.
Brandy, this is for you specifically.
Okay.
Oh,
Just walk in front of the camera?
no, it's wiped off. Go ahead.
Brandy, this is for you specifically.
That was ghostly.
So, if God gave you one wish, right? Ask God for one prayer, one wish. Would you ask God to turn you into a man tomorrow? Yes.
No.
No. Dr. Jackson answered, but what about you, Brandy?
No, because I don't think God made a mistake in making me a woman. But if I had the opportunity to be a man, I would have been a man. I would have been like, make me a boy.
You would have. So the question, okay, yes or no? Would you, if you could?
The question should be why.
No. The question is, if God gave you that wish, right, to turn into a man tomorrow, would you do it? Yes or no?
The answer is no.
You said no.
Right, because
Why
I don't
not?
think God made it, because I don't believe God made a mistake in making me a woman.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think God didn't make a mistake in making me a woman?
Why do you think God didn't make a mistake in making you a woman?
Because God doesn't make mistakes.
Oh. Right. So enjoy the second class citizenship. It's 1 to 2 class. 2 classes, right? We've established that. So
Danielle, girl, I just want to know your thoughts right now.
There's a second class.
Please.
Right?
Now,
the first class,
say it on here.
The first class, there is a list of requirements they must fulfill in order to be first class. So if you think you can fulfill those assignments, then go, by all means, go be a first class. But if you can't, then
what are the assignments to be first class? What are the assignments? What are the assignments to be first class?
The assignment is being a man, protecting, providing.
So you just
I already do that for my kids, but okay.
You just proved the point yet again. I mean, this. You've never agreed with me so much before. You've never agreed with me so much before in my life.
Yeah, I protect and I provide for my kids and myself.
You're still trash. You are not a man, so you can't be a first class citizen.
I don't have that peace, girl. I don't have that peace. Be still. That peace is still.
You don't have that peace, huh?
I don't have that peace.
No.
You got to go you got to find a woman.
Wow. So maybe playing the first class citizen isn't all what it's chopped up to be. Would you get rid of all men tomorrow if you could? Would you just wipe out the existence of male population completely tomorrow?
Is this a real question?
This is a real question. If you could just wipe out the entire species of male, there is no
you
male
realize that would basically mean that they would be the elimination.
Would you do it? Yes or no?
Exactly.
No, you wouldn't. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
It would basically end our species. Because that
isn't even my reason.
Okay.
I wouldn't wipe out men because men and women are meant to be together. Men and women were created because man should not be alone. Women were created
So
to as the weaker vessel, not is the weaker vessel. Read your word, my brother. We are his help.
okay then,
That
if
doesn't mean we are his servant. Okay? It didn't
what is the
say,
weakness, please? What is that?
Eve, your only job, have children, and then be quiet, girl.
No, that wasn't the job, but you know,
No, I don't know. Help me.
it was you were supposed to be with the man. But hey, listen, when we did what we did in the garden, I'm not gonna just put it on you, but when we did it, things kind of changed. Originally, what it was supposed to be went out the window. It went out the window. So yes, you do have to have children now, and you do have to sit
We've
down and
been
be
had to
quiet.
have children.
Okay, and
Well, I
that
said
doesn't
be
change.
fruitful and multiply before any fruit was eaten. He been said that.
Okay, yeah, but then what was the repercussions of it?
Labor
Now,
pains.
after eating that fruit, what's the
Labor
repercussion?
pains.
Okay,
A
then,
period
but
every
you were
month.
gonna have to
And
do it
we
anyways.
have to, and we are to be basically connected to our husband.
But you would have had to been done that anyways. Maybe
Have
on a
labor
dip.
pains?
You would have to have been companion to your husband anyways, because that's what it was. That's what it always has been. You were gonna have to do that regardless. Maybe you wouldn't have to feel the labor pains or the ripping of your uterus once a month if you're not. And maybe a
Jeez,
man wouldn't have
of
to
your
feel
uterus.
the
That's
pressures of going out
impressive.
there trying to
Once
protect
a
that in a
month.
world that is built off of just evilness. But that's the world we live in. We made that choice back then. We got to live with it. Now we got to figure it out.
We
All
didn't
right.
make no
First
choice.
class citizen. Well, someone down our line, because we all come from the same line. Everyone is split it. Made that decision. And from here on out, we got to deal with that. So now, okay, we understand we got to deal with it. First class, because that's what it always was. I was first here. You came afterwards. But now that's still the same plane. You got to
Actually,
fly
animals
somewhere.
were here first, so they would be
First
first class,
class,
and
but
you would be
either way,
second,
first
and we would
class,
be third. So there's third. There's
first
the third.
class, second class. It's still the same plane. We got to fly it somewhere. Not to mention, man was the one that was that was chosen to be there. That
I'm
we got to
sorry.
remember that.
Can you further
Man was chosen
explain?
to be there.
Man was chosen
Man was
to be
chosen to
here,
be there.
please?
Man was made in God's image.
So you think in the Bible when it says man, singular, it's only referring to the species that have a penis.
If God doesn't make mistakes, why would I question that? If he doesn't make mistakes, if
What
he
would you
made
question?
man,
What?
if God doesn't make mistakes in what he's doing, if that's what we all can agree to, and let's say that now here, can we all agree to that? Or do we have some different kind of
We've already
opinion? If we
said God
do,
doesn't make mistakes, but what does that
okay,
have to
so if
do
we
with
can
when
all
he
three of
says
us
in the
here right
Bible? What
now,
does it have to do with when he says in
if
the
all three of
Bible
us
that
right here can
man
say that God
that he's only
doesn't
speaking
make
about
mistakes,
man, period.
if all three of us can sit here and say that God doesn't make mistakes, right? If we could sit here and say that, and then go there and read the text, which I could probably assume three believe was God's way of communicating to us, visually, through whether if is this he told people to write certain things or whatever the case may be, but it's there, it's written, it's there for us to always have it. What did I say before? Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible is. So if it says man and then it goes back and clarifies and says woman, if it says both of those things there, I think that means there's a classification there. Sorry to get very logical with you,
So,
but that's just the truth.
so the Lord told man. So let's do this. Let's play this game. The Lord told man to not eat from the tree of good and evil,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So why am I in trouble for eating from it? Because he said man. He told the man not to do it. So why am I responsible for it? Please explain that to me.
We were responsible for it. We did it.
We who? What are you talking about? We who?
The man did it, and he got punished too. Or is that just
Two.
something you
I'm
tend to
saying
want to
women should
gloss
not
over?
have been punished.
You saying we should not have been punished?
No, I'm not saying we. I'm saying we, as in women. Because
Women
he
should have
told
not been punished.
right, because he didn't tell me
Why
not
not?
to eat it. Because he didn't tell me. Because you just said when God
Oh,
said
wow.
man, when God said man,
Wow.
then he was talking to just men. He wasn't saying,
So that's
well,
enough then.
man.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
just
Well,
talking
then guess
men.
what?
You sound about crazy, sir. Go ahead. What? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. Bless the Lord.
Eve got punished for tempting Adam.
Who tempted? How did she tempt? How did she? Yeah.
How did she tempt Adam? Oh, do we really got to go there?
When I ask a question, I want to answer. That's typically how my life works. How did she tempt Adam?
Do you forget?
How did she tempt Adam?
How did she tempt Adam?
You gonna repeat the question again?
She ate of the fruit, right?
Right.
She brought it to Adam. Said,
She didn't bring it to Adam.
I tasted the fruit.
Read the Bible. It says she gave it to her husband who was with her. She didn't bring it to him. He was there watching the whole
Bring
thing.
it if it's in the sense of I came from one room to another.
Oh, but
or
I thought you just said. I thought you just
here,
said.
bring. You still brought
I thought
it.
you just said Danielle. Did he not just
and it
say?
Came here, so it was brought.
Did he not just say if the Bible said it, then that's what the Bible meant?
It was here, and it came here.
The
it was
Bible
brought.
literally says
if
she gave it to her husband who was with her.
You know what? It was given. It was given.
Who was with her?
Okay, it was given. She gave it to him.
I know.
All right, they had to be together for it to be given, right?
Who was with her?
Okay,
you're missing the who was with her part.
So she had it.
So
right, and gave it to her.
Okay.
But hey, look, this thing is good. Hey, you want to try this? Adam just.
That's what the Bible said. That's not what the Bible said. You make.
Wait a minute.
You just giving stuff to the Bible now.
God said not to eat, and you eating it. You're like, yeah, but nothing happened to me, so I'm good. And Adam knowing damn well in his mind, man, damn, I'm not supposed to eat that fruit, but you know what? It happened. She did it. All right. Hey,
that's her tempting him.
Here comes God now. God's the parent.
That's her tempting him.
Hey,
that's her tempting him.
Didn't I tell you not to
stop. You making you looking real.
That's not tempt.
It's like you're trying to prove yourself right in the wrong situation when you're wrong. That's it for me. That's insanity.
I think he just plays devil's advocate just to play devil's advocate.
Well, when you talk about the Bible, you can't play devil's advocate or you're the devil. Okay, that is not what the word says.
Well, okay. Do you think
didn't say, "Oh, this is good. You should try."
Brandy.
Try it, Adam. Look at it.
Do you think you're a tempting person?
Sexy. Eat it. I'm tempting you. What?
Do you think you're a tempting woman?
Heck no, I don't. Actually, I do not at all.
So you don't possess the skill of temptation.
Is that what you mean, like flirting?
I'm asking a question. Yeah. Do you think you possess the skill of temptation?
I'm sure we all possess.
I'm sure you all do.
The ability of temptation.
No, but women, they uniquely, it's inherited for them. You have that.
So
men can't tempt you to do nothing, huh?
Gotcha,
I'm not saying they can't, but women far difficult, and that's why the men who are tempting back are usually the ones that are more intrigued. Right? That's what the women are intrigued by, the ones who are tempters, because just like you're speaking their language now. You know who was that tempter for you? Need I say?
Right, we both. Who?
Need I say it?
Who was tempting for me?
Yeah, you know who was tempting to your language? It was you. It was Lucifer. Lucifer came down and said and spoke the language that you needed to hear.
Question.
Temptation, the language of temptation.
Pick me.
Go ahead, Randy.
Is Lucifer male or female? Okay.
Where does it say that Lucifer was either? Where does it say that?
In the Bible. It says he. What?
It could be
So I'm
non-binary.
believing that you haven't really read your words,
It could be
Dustin.
non-binary.
You should
But
stop using it.
what form did he come down in? As a serpent, right?
Okay. So
Why
so
didn't
so
why okay,
so
why
God
didn't
is
he?
binary. So God is non-binary, whatever term it is. So God is neither male nor female. Is that what we're saying?
That's not
Because
what we're
God
saying.
too is a spirit, just as
Okay.
Lucifer. God is an
Right.
angel, just as Lucifer was an angel. So I just want to know, is
No,
God
they're not
also
the same though.
non-binary? Please
They're
explain
not the
this to
same.
me.
They're not the same.
Because who's not the same?
They're not the same. Spirits and people are not the same.
So God came down as a man, manifested in the flesh, called Jesus. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, y'all, for going on the biblical.
It's all
Lucifer
important.
came down as a male serpent, because it don't say that, because serpents have gender too, right?
Okay, well, I have a
Okay.
more pointed question then. Why didn't he go to Adam first? Why did he go to Eve? Why did he not go to Adam? Why didn't he just, you know what? All right, I'm gonna go to Adam. Regardless of whatever he is, why didn't he not just slither on over to Adam and tell Adam, hey
I can
man, try this fruit?
assume, and one assumption I can have is that Lucifer knew that because Adam came first, he had a stronger relationship with God. It would be more difficult to tempt him than it was a woman who did not have as deep or as long a relationship with Christ. So with God. So that could be a reason. He also could have picked the woman because she was near him. So I mean, but the
And
Bible doesn't
now
tell us that. So that's
thank
something you
you.
have to ask the Lord.
You just made the point very clear, and that's why women are second class.
And that
They
wraps
can be
up
tempted by
Fun
wickedness
Needs No Fluff.
Adam would
way
have chopped
faster
his
than
head
a
off.
man can. Because a man from the beginning of time was connected with God. Thank you. And the
So you're
reason why there is so much disorder, the reason why there is so much
So
just
you're saying women aren't connected with
chaos
God?
and
Oh
angst
my
going on in this world,
God.
is because man is not connected to God the way that we were when back then. Far, far away from it. And women are super tempting. They got all types of things out here to be tempted. Even Instagram now is becoming the center of temptation. And it is tough, especially if you are not strong in the spirit, to not turn away from it, because what the stuff I'm seeing online, my goodness, enough to knock any strong man off his path. The strongest of strong men. You couldn't make it on this path if you didn't have Jesus Christ, honestly. Because what? Just left and right. And if that's not your persuasion, then whatever. But women are tempting.
To you, no woman is tempting to me. Not one of them. I've never been tempted by a woman.
I find that hard to believe.
You find it hard to believe that I've never been tempted by a woman?
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's my
On
masculine.
any kind of level, because you temptation is not just you trying to classify temptation as something sexual, but
Well,
it's temptation is
that's what you classified it as with Instagram.
no.
Because
Temptation
you
is
ain't saying
far.
she cooked a
Temptation is
good
on every
meal.
level. Temptation is on every level. Temptation is just, hey girl, girl, your husband gonna be all right. Just come out with me, knowing dang well he told you to sit your butt home because, hey, I just want you. And then that'd be the night you went out and did something, and something catastrophic happened, and now it's like you weren't even supposed to be out there to begin with. But you let this person come here and tempt you and say, hey, yeah, it's gonna be all right, knowing you
Oh, you don't
supposed
know
to.
me. That's why. I don't do peer
Well,
pressure.
this is
No, I'm
good for
just
you
saying. I
then.
know I'm
But
telling
there's
you
a lot of
something about me. I'm telling you something about me that
okay.
Ashley can agree to. I don't do peer pressure.
Well,
So
good
me
for you.
going out isn't anything that you tempted me to do. It's because I wanted to go. I don't mind
Well,
saying no. I'm good. That's
then so
not
then you're not
so.
tempting,
So
and then you
like I
don't have
said, I have
direction.
not been tempted by a woman. If that were the case, I would have drank by now. I've never drank before. Plenty of people have offered or tempted me to drink, but nah, buddy, I don't live that life. But anyway, so back on the subject matter, because we gonna both go back and read our Bible. We're gonna read it together. You know what I'm saying? That's we should have a Bible study because it's some things, and I think we I'm not gonna say we.
That's a
It's
lot of we.
Right. Some things I think you missing. So,
Mm.
so what was that face for? What is that face for, Tasha? You've proved over and over and over, like repeatedly, that women are beneath everything. Women are, you need to stay in your place. You got your right to vote. Shut up. You have not proven that women are of value and what we're valued for beyond our uterus and our ability to have children. So
I
that's
I
I'm sorry,
I definitely
you got 30 seconds.
I definitely believe that women are valuable, but you are still second class. It's not a third class. Unfortunately, on this plane or train or automobile is first and second class.
Thank
You're
you so
second
much for
class.
admitting it.
Second class
Basically,
is not bad. Second class actually is better than first because you just, you know what I'm saying, you got the right man doing the
Nah,
right
because
man
when
doing
I go on
first
a
class.
plane, when I go on
Possibilities
a
are
come
plane,
endless.
on,
the food
come
is
on.
better in first class.
No,
Okay.
that's how we structured it. But I'm saying we're supposed to be in life with man and woman. You being in second class is like you being in first, honestly. So and it's so much more now. You being in you being in
I'm
second class
sorry.
and you being in
Women don't
first.
make decisions on men's bodies.
Yeah, we don't either.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Okay.
Okay, what what woman actually listens?
It's made
This
into
is
a
to
law.
what?
What woman
This is
actually listens?
to
If a man
what?
says something, you mean to tell me there's women out there that's actually listening to anything these men are saying?
You're missing the point. She's talking about a pro-choice, pro-life, like abortion
But
rights,
I
the
hear
power
what you
of.
I hear what you're
But she's talking
saying.
about the ability to determine if you want to have a
I
child or
hear what
not,
you're
to
saying.
determine what
I
you do with
understand
your
that.
body. They're trying to probably get rid of birth control next. You're forcing people to have children, raped or not. You're forcing them to have children, and men are making these decisions for women. That's what she's talking about. And if you disagree with that, I feel like you're seriously not watching TV and you are trying to be um
Devil's advocate.
controversial or
Hmm.
conflicting because I don't think you're dumb. I don't think you're dumb.
No, no, that's not.
So you
But
have to
I'm
see.
telling you,
You saw Roe v.
I'm telling
Wade, like
you.
that
Here's
whole
the thing. Here's
conversation.
the thing. You see this
Conflict for conflict's sake.
fiction, this fake life that's being played out in front of your eyes, and you think that
BC, what's
you
BC?
see this fake life of other people being played out in front of your eyes. You think that's what life is supposed to be. No, that's not what life is supposed to be.
What
Look
fake
at what's
life?
going on. Look at what's going on. That's not what life's supposed to be.
What fake
That's not
life?
supposed to be
What
like.
is BC? What birth control? Oh, right, girl. Um,
Why? But
what fake?
if you're supposed to be reproducing, why are you on birth control?
Yep, there he goes. He wanted
No,
that.
I'm no. If
He
that's
is definitely one of them.
why are we trying to get far away from the function of what you do best? Why
Every man is supposed to be with one woman. Why are you so big on polygamy? The Bible clearly
is every
states
man doing that though? Is every man
why
doing
are
that?
you okay with
Is every
polygamy?
man doing that? Do you
Who
see
cares?
with your own eyes every man doing
Is
that?
every woman taking birth control?
Okay.
Okay. So
Well,
if
if
you can
every man
generalize,
is
why
not
can't
doing that,
I?
then there's people out there. There's people out there doing these things. There's people out there that are getting together and
Yeah,
multiplying.
and Nick Cannon have all these children in
The
all these
question
different
is
places, and
why
he
aren't
ain't
you?
raising none of them.
Why what's the problem?
Okay.
If that's what we're supposed
Fine.
to do, why aren't we doing it?
I
Why don't
love
you have
you.
kids? Why don't you
Why are
have
more people
kids,
trying to get
Nelson?
away from doing it?
Why don't you have kids?
I haven't
Your
found a
job is to
person. I haven't
your
found a
job is to
person that
procreate.
I view as
No. Forget
valuable.
that. Your job is to procreate. Why haven't you procreated?
No, my job is to protect and provide.
No. Your job is to procreate. Why haven't you procreated? Because you're
No,
saying
my
women should not
job
be
is
on
to
birth control
protect and
because your
provide.
job is to procreate. So why take birth control if your job is to procreate? Let me
My
know
job
why
is to
if
protect
you
and provide.
I love y'all, but
I have
I'm gonna
no
go
therefore if
to
my
bed.
boom. Oh, hello.
Well, okay,
I'm gonna get off anyway. I told you 7 minutes. Does anybody have we have 30 seconds left. Anybody have any final remarks? I'll start with you, D.
No.
All right, Stelson.
Well, I do have a final remark. I think that we should stop buying into this whole idea of this third class citizen thing. I think that we should understand that there are roles and we are here for a specific reason, and that rather than fighting the position we're in because one looks better than the other, just live life, because tomorrow is truly not promised. It's like,
Cool
you know,
beans. All right,
Yes,
I
and on
appreciate
that,
it.
I am going to go to Jamaica instead of traveling to the contiguous United States.
Stupid.
well, you
And
have a
thank you
great
both
time with
for your
doing that.
comments. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Tasia laughed at you. Thank you for joining. Ashley and Jay, thank you also for joining. You all have a lovely night. Okay, so with that said, no one wants to take the position of anybody. Women are not trying to take the position of men. From my understanding, we're not trying to take the position of men. However, as a woman, men have it much easier than women do. In the fact that, in the vein that now men want two incomes in households. It's not that we get to stay at home and just chill and do nothing all day. We don't get to peg Bundy, eat bonbons all day. We have to go work, we come home, take care of these kids. I'm sorry, have the kids, take care of these kids, make sure he's fed, make sure he's released, and do it all over again tomorrow. Men, I gotta provide and protect. We're both providing, we're both protecting. Get the freak out of here. Now, if you want that manly role, then be a man. Like I said, and Stelson agreed and Dee agreed. Women are not first class citizens. We have little value to the world as a whole, except for to give people heirs and legacies, to have children. Would we get rid of men? No, because we need you. There's a reason that we both were made. Like Dee said, we have to procreate in order to keep the world going. Now, if we're tired of the world, yeah, we can get rid of y'all. I mean, shoot, bye. But until that time comes, just like y'all not getting rid of us, we're not getting rid of y'all. But we're not getting rid of y'all, not because you give children, but because of your position and what you offer and who you are. Y'all not getting rid of us because y'all need heirs and legacies. And again, go back and watch the whole show. Jay didn't prove his point that women are not third class citizens, and Stelson proved that women are third class citizens. So, beeple bopple boop. Thank you all for watching. Tasia, girl, I'm gonna fight you, but it's okay. I don't want to. I know I'm gonna fight you, but I'm gonna fight you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Bye.
New show every Wednesday, 9 p.m.